gentlemen, good evening and welcome to TD Bank Ballpark for tonight's ballgame between the Bridgeport Bluefish and your Somerset Patriots. Patriots would like to thank tonight's game sponsor, Geico, and your local Geico office located in Edison. It's our asthma awareness night here at the ballpark, and also coming up later tonight. There's something going on at the end of the game. Oh, that's right. We've got a post-game fireworks show tonight. But first, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to grab your scorecards and fill out this evening's TD Bank starting lineups. First, for the visiting Bridgeport Bluefish. Leading off, number 5, the center fielder, Nick Van Stratton. Batting second, the third baseman, number 22, Sean Burrows. Hitting third, number 7, the left fielder, James Simmons. Batting cleanup and playing right field, number 19, Wellington Gotel. Batting fifth, number 26 at first base, John Alonzo. Hitting sixth, the DH, number 32, Andres Rodriguez. Batting seventh, number 12, the catcher, Ryan Babineau. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 6, Luis Rodriguez. And batting ninth, number 2, the shortstop, Ildemaro Vargas. On the mound for the Bluefish this evening, number 28, Parker Frazier. Ladies and gentlemen, every evening we have a designated strikeout batter, and tonight, Bridgewater Sports Arena is the sponsor of our K-Man. If our K-Man will strike out during the game tonight, all the fans in the lucky section will get a coupon to the Bridgewater Sports Arena. Tonight's Bridgewater Sports Arena K-Man is the third baseman, Sean Burrows. Rookie Van Esselberg is the manager of the Bridgeport Bluefish. And now, the starting lineup for your Somerset Patriots. Leading off, number 6, the center fielder, Johnny Tucker. Batting second and catching, number 4, James Skelton. Hitting third, number 91 in left field, Aaron Eggleston. Your cleanup hitter is the DH, number 24, Thomas Neal. Batting fifth, number 21 at first base, Adam Donahue. Hitting sixth and playing right field, number 14, Chris Morero. Batting seventh, number 3 at second base, Nate Spears. Hitting eighth, the third baseman, number 8, David Vidal. And batting ninth, number 2, the shortstop, Scott Kelly. On the mound this evening for the Patriots, number 16, Lucas Irvine. The coaching staff for your Somerset Patriots, the pitching coach, Corey Dommel. The third base and hitting coach, Shane Spencer. And the manager of your Somerset Patriots, wearing number 29, Brett Jody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the first base tunnel, put your hands together for everybody's favorite mascot. How about a big hand for Sparky? Joining Sparky on the field, his best friend, Slider. Ladies and gentlemen, my 2 favorite military officers are Captain Morgan and this man, General Admission. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first pitch ceremony. Your catcher, Troy Polamalu, and your on-field host today, Kerry Schreiber.
Thank you, Paul, and hello, everyone, and
Somerset Patriots! First pitch cranked to deep right center field. The 1-2, 2 outs, and runners on second and third. Into deep left field, going back is Finnick. Warning track wall, gone! Strike three, got him on the changeup. The 1-0. This ball is gone off the scoreboard. Patriots win. Somerset!
Hello Patriot fans, welcome back here to the Jewel of the Atlantic League that is TD Bank Ballpark's second game of a 3-game weekend set between your Somerset Patriots and the visiting Bridgeport Bluefish. How about your Somerset Patriots? 4 straight home wins. Last night they won 1-0 in extra innings, a 10-inning affair. Let's take a look at last night's highlights.
The Somerset Patriots returned to home Friday night to take on the Bridgeport Bluefish in the first of a 3-game series at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. Randy Boone stole the show for the Patriots, tossing 7 scoreless innings, allowing just 3 hits and 1 walk while striking out 4 batters.
It'll be a 1-2 to pinch hitter Polonia. Tapper up the middle, fielded by Spears, will step in the bag himself. 13 consecutive scoreless innings by Randy Boone. A dazzling performance by the 29-year-old righty out of Yoakum, Texas.
The game remained scoreless until the bottom of the 10th inning, when the Patriots were able to load the bases and eventually set up an opportunity for Thomas Neal to bring home the winning run.
4th straight time at home. The 1-1. Liner into center field. On the run is Van Stratton. He makes a diving catch. And Dino tagging from third. The throw home is going to be not in time. It's a walk-off RBI sacrifice fly for Thomas Neal. And the Patriots blank the Bluefish. 1-0 in 10. Here's what starting pitcher Randy Boone had to say about last night's game.
Sinker was really good today. Was able to get it in the zone consistently, and it had some really good depth late. They have a lineup that likes to swing the bat early in the counts and stuff like that, so I kind of played it in my favor, keeping the pitch count down. When I did fall behind in counts, whatever, we were able to go to the cutter and get back into counts and put that in good locations to where, it kept them off the sinker a little bit. Just really good game plan. Donnie called a good game. We talked before the game. He mentioned, he was like, hey, the sinker's really diving today. Let's trust it and go with it. And, if we have to make an adjustment, we'll go from there. But basically just, was able to trust that, get it going. Guys made plays behind me. Took 14 innings, but we're going to get out of here with a win, and now everybody gets to go home and get some sleep. So,
well, that was a great game last night. Tonight should be just as good. Fireworks after the game. We should have a great one during the game as well. When we come back, starting lineups, first pitch in baseball, right here on SPN.TV. Live from TD Bank Ballpark in lovely Bridgewater, New Jersey, WCTC and SPN.TV proudly present another production of Somerset Patriots Baseball. As tonight, your Somerset Patriots host the Bridgeport Bluefish in the second game of a 3-game weekend set. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me on this lovely Saturday evening, May 9th, 2015. Thanks for tuning in, whether it be locally in Central Jersey on 1450 AM on your radio dial, maybe across the globe on WCTCAM.com, or maybe via your iPhone, iPad, or Android. Just search 1450 WCTC in the App Store and download that free app immediately. I am the voice of the Somerset Patriots, Justin Antwell. Glad to have Mike Lawrence back behind the glass board hopping for me. Brett Jody and Ricky Van Asselberg, they're exchanging lineup cards right now. The Somerset Patriots in first place in the Liver Division at 8-5, taking on the Bridgeport Bluefish, winners of 4 of their last 5 at 7-6 overall. Fifth meeting of the year between these two squads. They're 2-2 against each other, and they've all been really close games. None closer than last night. If you just were watching on SPN.TV, you saw the highlights. 0-0 heading into the 10th inning. A walk-off RBI sac fly. The ever-so-exciting walk-off RBI sac fly by Thomas Neal did the trick, and Somerset's had a flair for the dramatics. Through their first 13 games, they have 4 wins in their final at-bat, 2 walk-off wins this past week. They're 4-0 at home this season. They feed off this infectious, enthusiastic capacity crowd. We should have another great crowd today here at TD Bank Ballpark, the jewel of the Atlantic League, as we've got fireworks after the game. So Somerset, they're pitching extremely well. They have a collective team ERA of 1.88, by far the best in the Atlantic League. But offensively, this team is still in a massive malaise. I mean, they've got 7 regulars hitting below their weight in the starting lineup. The Patriots have the worst team batting average. They've scored the fewest runs, and they're tied for the second fewest home runs hit. Only slugged 4 homers in 13 games. But like I talked to Randy Boone last night, he said, look, this team has a blue-collar mentality. They're going to grind things out, and they just find a way to win. This year, Somerset is 6-1 in games decided by 2 runs or less. They find a way to win. It's not sexy. It's not flashy. But look, eventually, these guys are going to live up to the back of their baseball card, and everything's going to fire on all cylinders. But good teams find ways to win, and that's the case right now with the Somerset Patriots. Pitching matchup today, it's a good one. Parker Frazier, 2-0, 0.84 ERA. He's already beaten Somerset once this year. He beat him 10 days ago. He'll take on Lucas Irvine, who's already lost to Bridgeport once this year. Irvine 1-1 with a 1.80 ERA, although Irvine's coming off a great outing against York. 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 3 Ks, no walks. Irvine's yet to walk a batter this season. Somerset pitchers, they've issued the fewest walks in the Atlantic League, and when you throw strikes and pound the zone, it just makes everything easier. It makes games go by quicker. Somerset's been playing quick games this year, and it's going to be a formula for success. And this team's kind of built backwards. The bullpen is the strength of the Somerset Patriots, and the starters are doing extremely well, too. It's a new-look rotation, but the bullpen this year, 43.1 innings logged, only 6 earned runs allowed, 1.25 ERA. I mean, guys like Hunton haven't given up a run. Edwin Chiarte has yet to give up a hit this year. Kyler Newby's great. Buddy Boshier celebrates his 27th birthday today. There you see the look of the bullpen mafia out there. I mean, it's so easy; they're almost bored out there. They need a challenge. Does this bullpen? So Somerset doing a very good job as Ricky Van Asselberg and Brett Jody still exchanging the lineup card right now, but should be a good one here from TD Bank Ballpark. Somerset, they're 4-0 at home. I wish all 140 games could be at home at this rate. They're just 4-5 on the road, but 4-0 at home. This is the second game of a 6-game homestand for Somerset. 3 with Bridgeport, off day Monday, then 3 with the reigning Atlantic League champion Lancaster Barnstormers. That should be a good one, a rematch of the thrilling postseason set that took place in 5 games last year. That will start on Tuesday night. But good crowd on hand, just about ready for the Patriots to take the field. This is a Bridgeport team. They've got a new look to them. New uniforms, new manager, new general manager. They've got a new look swag. And, you know, to be honest, a lot of people have asked me, what do I think of Bridgeport? I think they're the best team that I've seen that's not Somerset. This team is extremely good. They have the #1 offense in the Atlantic League, most runs scored, and best team batting average. They have 4 players in the top 10 in batting average. So Lucas Irvine and his teammates have just taken the field. So we're just about ready for the national anthem. So the Bridgeport Bluefish, they'll get up on the top step of the dugout on the third base line. We're just about to step aside. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. We'll have first pitch, and we'll have baseball. Game number 14 of this marathon 140-game season on tap. 18th year Somerset Patriots baseball, exclusively on SPN.TV and the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask everyone to please rise. And please remember to remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, serving as our color guard this evening behind the mound, having a nice hand for Cub Scout Pack 113 from Somerset. to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, the New Brunswick Public Schools Youth Chorus.
Let's go 2 minutes here, Mike. It's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bridgeport Bluefish, led by first-year skipper Ricky Van Asselberg, coming with a 7-6 record, winners of 4 of their last 5 games. Leading off, Nick Van Straten in center field, batting second, Sean Burrows at third base. Hitting third, James Simmons in left field. Cleaning up, Wellington Dotel in right field. Batting fifth, John Alonso at first base. Hitting sixth, Andres Rodriguez, the DH. And 7, 8, 9, respectively, Ryan Babineau at catcher, Louis Rodriguez at second base, and Ildemaro Vargas is the shortstop, rounding out the order. Only 2 Rodriguez's in the Bridgeport starting lineup today. Last night they had 3. I think the over-under was 2.5. So if you had the under on the Rodriguez count, it is indeed the under. These 9 gentlemen, they'll be facing righty hurler Lucas Irvine, 6'1", 200-pound, 26-year-old from Kansas City, Missouri. Throws the fastball, cutter, curveball. He's got a good changeup to keep hitters off balance as well. On the year in 2 starts, he's 1-1 with a 1.80 ERA. 10 innings pitched, 10 hits allowed, 6 Ks, no walks. That really stands out to me. And opponents just hitting .256 against Lucas Irvine, who's in his second year in the Atlantic League. He played in 1 game for Camden in 2013, but this is his first full season in the league 2 years later in 2015. Here's the defense behind Lucas Irvine today. Left to right in the outfield will be Eggleston, Tucker, Marrero. Left to right on the diamond, Vidal, Kelly, Spears. Donahue gets his first start of the year at first base. And the batter he made of the aforementioned Lucas Irvine is James Skelton in his second year with Somerset. Was with the team in 2013. Took a year off to play for Lancaster and Southern Maryland last year, but we're glad to have Skelly back behind the dish. So Somerset's looking for their 5th straight home win to start the 2015 campaign. There you see Big Don getting the nod at first base. Look, he's hitting so well. Jody needs to get his offense in the lineup right now. And he's going to use both his catchers right now. Skelton's hitting over 400. Donahue is one of the few players hitting above his weight. And you need to sacrifice a little defense for some offense right now. So he's going to play Big Don at first. Scott Kelly getting the nod at shortstop. Kelly been swinging a hot stick. He just turned 24 years old 2 days ago. Happy birthday to Buddy Boshears. The reliever turns 27 today. A lot of birthdays this past week. Lucas Irvine's thrown his 8 warm-up pitches. And we're just about ready for baseball. Here comes Nick Van Straten. Van Straten made a diving head-first catch last night in the bottom of the 10th inning. It was hit off the bat of Thomas Neal. Van Straten got up to his knees, threw a bullet home, but the throw was a tad late as Andino scored the game-winning run. 1-0 Somerset won in walk-off fashion. Game 2 of this 3-game set about to be underway. Van Straten hitting .333, top 10 in the league in batting average. First pitch from Lucas Irvine is in for a called strike at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's officially go time from the jewel of the Atlantic League. Capacity crowd on hand. Fireworks after the game. The 0-1 here to Nick, who leads the league in runs scored with 12, tied for 3rd in RBI. Fastball runs too far inside. Count 1-1. It's 317 in the left field line, 315 in the right field line, 365 in the gaps, and 402 to dead center field. 75 degrees and pleasant outside. Two-hopper to second. Spears gloves it. Sidearm throw to Donnie. In time, 3 pitches, 1 out to start this game. Top of the first inning, nobody on base, and we're scoreless. Here comes Sean Burrows. The switch, the lefty, will dig in. 34 years old, one of the elder statesmen on the Bridgeport Bluefish in his second year with the Fish. 6 foot, 195-pounder from California, hitting .319. He's one of 4 players in the Bridgeport lineup that's in the top 10 in the Atlantic League in batting 2 weeks into the season. Bridgeport as a collective unit has scored 75 runs. That's most in the Atlantic League, and they're hitting .276 as a squad. That's best mark in the league as well. A very good offensive club. And it's interesting juxtaposition because Somerset, they're the best pitching team in the Atlantic League. They have the best team ERA at 1.88. Corey Dommel's done a great job with this crew. Count escalates to 0-2 here to Burrows. The 2-strike clap picks up here from TD Bank Ballpark. The mascots rile everyone up. The 0-2, it's fisted into the infield. Calling everybody off is going to be David Vidal, the third baseman. Right behind the pitcher's mound, he makes the grab. And there's 6 pitches and 2 outs. Umpires for you today. It'll be Mike Williams at home plate, J.B. Torres at third, and the crew chief is Doug McFarling at first base. Here comes James Simmons. Simmons did not get the start last night, but he's in the lineup in the 3-hole today. Out of Irving, Texas, 29 years old. 244 hitter is Simmons, 6'3", 202-pounder, in his 4th straight year with the Bluefish. Former product of the San Francisco Giants organization. Knee-high strike for Simmons, the lanky righty. Count 0-1. So 3 straight first pitch strikes for Lucas Irvine. That's a formula for success. Lucas last year pitched in Japan. The 0-1 is squibbed down the right field line, foul. Count 0-2. He said it took him a while to get used to the culture in Japan, but he ended up enjoying his time overseas, but he's glad to be back in the Atlantic League. Irvine, a former 27th round pick by the Tampa Bay Rays in 2011 at Northwestern State University, which is located in Louisiana, the same home state as Bridgeport skipper Ricky Van Asselberg. He's a Big Easy native. Breaking ball away. Count 1-2. Irvine's played with 3 different teams in New Jersey, the River Sharks, the Jackals, and now the Patriots. So he really likes it here in the Garden State. It's a beautiful night to be here in New Jersey. The 1-2. It is fouled just on top of the press box here. It ricochets down to the lower bowl. It'll be a 1-2 count with 2 outs. No one on base. Scoreless in the top of the first inning. Righty-righty matchup here. Irvine looking for a 1-2-3 frame. He's looking to pick up right where Randy Boone left off yesterday as Boone threw 7 scoreless. The 1-2. Breaking ball high, count 2-2. And look, you can strike out James Simmons. He's got 17 strikeouts this season. That's tied for 3rd most Ks in the Atlantic League. In his 8 years of pro ball, he strikes out 36% of the time. That's an astronomically high rate. The 2-2 here to Simmons, who had the golden sombrero last week against Somerset. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yeah, it's like these guys listen to CTC in the batter's box. Through 1/2 inning of play. None for Bridgeport. Somerset, they're coming to bat. Right here on SBN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Work seems easier. Challenges seem smaller. Victories seem sweeter when we accomplish them together. Together, we're caring for our neighbors, connecting people with answers, creating a richer community. Together, every member of our company has something worth sharing: our time, our resources, our experience. Together, we can help kids feel limitless, help families feel stronger, help each other feel inspired. For all of New Jersey, we can help make a difference together.
Hey, 15 minutes. advantage could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Call or stop by your local Geico office in Edison on Route 27 in the Entenmann's Shopping Plaza. Entenmann's. To see how much you can save.
Sanofi is an integrated global healthcare leader with U.S. headquarters in Bridgewater, New Jersey. We work to prevent and treat the diseases we know about today, as well as those we may face tomorrow. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. Well, we move to the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless. Here's the starting lineup for the Somerset Patriots. It'll be Johnny Tucker in center field leading off, James Skelton at catcher hitting second, batting third Aaron Eggleston in left field, cleaning up Thomas Neal at DH, hitting fifth Chris Marrero at first base, batting sixth hitting fifth is Adam Donnie at first base, batting sixth is Chris Marrero in right field, Nate Spears at second base hitting seventh, David Vidal at third base hitting eighth, and Scott Kelly, the shortstop, is hitting ninth. We'll tell you who these guys are facing in a matter of moments. First pitch to Johnny Tucker, hitting 185 in the season. In for a called strike, count 0-1. These gentlemen will be facing the tall, lanky, long drink of water, Parker Frazier. Somebody needs to feed this guy a steak. 6'5", 175-pound 26-year-old from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Former 8th-round pick with the Rockies in 2007 at a high school. On the year, he's 2-0 with a 0.84 ERA, 2 starts, 10.2 innings pitched, 11 hits allowed, 3 Ks, 2 walks. Opponents hit .262 against him. He pitches to contact and does a good job. And he's already beaten Somerset once this year, back on April 28th. Tallied the win in a start, 5.2 innings, 6 hits allowed, 1 run, 1 K, 2 walks. It'll be a 1-2 to Tucker. Slider away. Tucker lays off, count 2-2. Here's the defense behind Parker Frazier. Left to right in the outfield. It's Simmons, Van Straten, Dotel. Left to right in the diamond. Burrows, Vargas, Rodriguez, Alonso. And the battery made of Frazier is going to be Babineau. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no one on, no one out. Bottom of the first, we're scoreless. Johnny Tucker, 1,001 career hits. Sprays this one on the right field line. Is it going to drop? It will go foul. So good job by Tucker, making Frazier work here. James Skelton on deck, hitting in the 2-hole, highest he's hit in the lineup this season. That average is a bit deceiving for Johnny Tucker, hitting 185. He's hit safely in 6 of his last 7 games. The 2-2. This ball's lined to deep right center field. Trying to race it down is Van Straten. He makes an over-the-shoulder catch like a wide receiver. So a lengthy at-bat is won by the pitcher Frazier and not the hitter Tucker. 1 out, no one on. Bottom of the first, we're scoreless. And here comes the aforementioned James Skelton. Skelton, a lefty. 5'11", 165-pounder. Atypical frame for a catcher. But he does a really good job as a receiver, and he can handle the stick as well. Hitting .417 in limited playing time. No homers and 1 RBI. In for a called strike. Count 0-1 here to James. It'll be an 0-1, and this ball is grounded to short, backhanded by Vargas. Throw to first in time, 2 away. And here comes Aaron Eggleston. Eggleston had a chance to be the hero last night. He was up with the bases loaded and nobody out, but he grounded out to the first baseman that resulted in a fielder's choice put out at home. Eggy hitting .294, one of the few regulars hitting above their weight. No homers, 1 RBI for the 33-year-old from Las Vegas, Nevada, sporting the high dark black socks and neon yellow batting gloves. A little swag in the uni for Aaron. In for a called strike, count 0-1 to the 3rd-year Patriot, who's never played affiliated ball. Aaron's a left fielder. He says his favorite professional baseball player is Carl Crawford. He spanks this one to shortstop, backhanded by Vargas. Swift throw to first in time. Both teams go down in order, 1, 2, 3. Through 1, no score. Top 2 next on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ is connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
All right, fans, if you turn to first base, you can see my friend friend Caden here, who's going to be racing Sparky in the Robert Wood Johnson Sparky Dash. All right, he's going to need your help. He's been training all week, he told me. But guys, on your mark, get set, go. Let's make this a fair race, fans. They're going to need your help. Well, just Caden. Sparky does not. Caden is coming around the bases. But Sparky looks like he's distracted by this bone, so Caden, show us your running skills and go home. And he beats him. Good job, Caden. You won our scoreboard picture frame. And a big thank you to Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Somerset Patriots. You can visit them online at rwjuh.edu or call 1-888-MD-RWJUH.
Fortunato press box. Wellington Dotel will be the batter for the Bridgeport Bluefish, as Lucas Irvine is in the midst of throwing his 8 warm-up pitches. Perfect night for baseball in Central Jersey, 75 degrees and pleasant. You got 287 running parallel to the left field wall. The train tracks, they run north to New York City, parallel to the right field wall. The American flag beyond the batter's eye in dead center field. Fresh food in the concourse. A lot to do here. It's a carnival-type atmosphere here in Somerset, and I mean that in a very endearing way. So much to do. Never a dull moment here at TD Bank Ballpark. There's games down the first baseline, third baseline, food everywhere you can imagine, and a great product on the field as well. Well, here comes Dotel, hitting .360 on the season. That's a great batting average, good for 5th best in the Atlantic League. He's a free swinger, and he hacks to the first pitch. It goes foul. Count 0-1 here to Wellington. A homer and 9 RBI. No batting gloves for Wellington Dotel. It's kind of a rarity in baseball. He has that grip it and rip it type mentality. Fastball inside. Count 1-1 here to Dotel. Irvine rocks, fires. Breaking ball is tapped down the third base line, fielded in foul territory by David Vidal. And the count is 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out, top of the second, no score. It's time for the Flemington Department Store upcoming events calendar. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships upcoming events calendar. Well, this is the second game of a 6-game homestand for Somerset. Finally had some time to rest their bodies this morning. You know, it'll be a 1-2 here to Dotel. He serves this one to center field. Tucker on the run. He makes the head-first diving grab. Tucker's been flashing some leather all season long. And he does a nice job right there to read that ball off the barrel, make a head-first diving grab in shallow center. 4 up, 4 down for Irvine. But yesterday was a really long day. First off, the game went in extra innings. We were up at 3:30 in the morning, catching a flight from Houston to go to Newark, then travel here to Bridgewater. The team did not even take batting practice yesterday. And it was a long day for Bridgeport, too. Remember, they had to commute here to Somerset from Connecticut, and the night before they played a 14-inning game. So then they played a 10-inning game, so they played back-to-back extra-inning games. So it's been a hectic couple days for both squads, but they got to sleep in and rest today. Both teams were able to take batting practice on the field before the game. But nobody's going to feel bad for you. I mean, Randy Boone said, look, it's our job. You know, there are fans here that paid to see us perform. They don't care that we had an early flight in the morning. And he's exactly right. It's not like Somerset's the only team that's ever going to go through that hectic Wild Texas trip. Every team in the league goes through it. The 1-2, multiple times a year. Chopper up the middle, fielded by Kelly. Off balance throw to first. Dug up by Donahue. Nice play. 5 up, 5 down for Irvine. Here's Andres Rodriguez, the DH. Andres is a big boy, 6'5", 260-pounder. That's one of the guys you want to have as the first guy off your bus, Andres Rodriguez. Because if he gets off your bus and he's the first guy off the bus, the other team's like, whoa, they all look like that? We're in trouble. You know, you don't want somebody that's like 5'7", 150 pounds the first guy off the bus. It's not a good intimidation factor. But this bat is like a toothpick in Andres Rodriguez's hands. At 6'5", 260, he's built like a tight end. Big, powerful, thick legs. It'll be an 0-1 here with 2 outs. 0-1 on top of the second. We're scoreless. And he spanks this one up the middle for a base hit. A violent hit up the gut for Andres Rodriguez. First base runner of the game for either team. It's a single up the middle. There still will be no no-hitter in Patriot franchise history. 18 years of baseball, they've never had a no-hitter. Here comes Ryan Babineau. Babs is having a great year in his first year in the Atlantic League. Spent the last couple of years in the American Association. Babs is hitting .319, good for 8th best mark in the Atlantic League. Excuse me, .372 he's hitting. Had a 4-hit game last week against Somerset. 3 singles and a triple. Low and away, count 1-1. Irvine did not fare well against Bridgeport in his first start of the year. 4 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, but he really bounced back nicely. Throwing 6 shutout in his next start against York. It'll be a 1-1 here to Babineau. 2 outs, runner on first, scoreless top of the second. There's a pitch in for a strike, count 1-2. The Liberty Division, it's really bunched up. You've got 4 teams separated by a game and a half. Camden, Long Island, Bridgeport, and Somerset. Nobody's running away with this thing. The breaking ball's lifted out to deep left field. Aaron Eggleston drifts back, but hauls it in. Threat over. Through an inning and a half, we're scoreless right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You will find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
So get ready to scratch. And we'll let you guys know later if any of our lucky lottery ticket scratchers here have any winning tickets. So good luck, guys, and keep scratching.
SPN.TV is your second-year media home for the Somerset Patriots, streaming 20 live games a year plus great programming on the website exclusively at SPN.TV. PNC is proud to support the Somerset Patriots. Stop by your local PNC branch or visit us at PNC.com to see how we can help you achieve. PNC for the achiever in you. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Here comes Thomas Neal to start the second. Scoreless. Neal had the walk-off RBI sac fly, the ever so exciting walk-off RBI sac fly in the bottom of the 10th last night to allow Somerset to blank the Bluefish 1-0. Somerset Patriots, their offense has been struggling. They've scored 3 runs or fewer in 5 of their last 6 games. The only game that they scored more was the last game in Sugar Land when they scored 7. This ball's hit to right field, but playable for Dotel, who will snag it. And there's 1 out here after 2 pitches from Frazier. 4 up, 4 down for Parker, who's living up to his 0.84 billing. Here's Adam Donahue, the first baseman. He had been the catcher in his previous starts this year, but he's hitting .250, and that's pretty high for the Somerset Patriots, so they got to get him in the lineup. He's playing first base. The Orlando, Florida native. Feels like we're in Florida with this weather. Great weather. In the 5th inning, I'll be joined by Joan Holland-Donner, the Senior Program Officer for the Horizon Foundation for New Jersey. as we'll talk about Asthma Awareness Day here at TD Bank Ballpark. It'll be an 0-1 here to Don. In for a called strike. Count 0-2. So both Frazier and Irvine are throwing first pitch strikes, and if you're a defender, you got to love it. It'll be an 0-2 here to Donahue. Fastball just off the plate. Count 1-2. Parker, career record 44-57 with a 4.57 ERA. Peaked to the AAA level with the White Sox and Rockies organization. Don has peaked to the AAA level too. This ball is served into right field for a base hit. Beautiful piece of two-strike hitting by Adam Donahue. He took a slider down away the other way and just served down right center field like with a tennis stroke. Ooh, that was pretty. First base runner and first hit of the game for Somerset. 1 on, 1 out, and here comes Marrero. He bounced into 2 double plays yesterday. Double play opportunity here. Maybe you put the hit and run on if you're Jody and Spencer. Marrero just hitting 184 this season. He does have one of the 4 Somerset home runs this season. That came 8 days ago on opening night. Somerset has not hit a home run in 6 days. No, check that. They actually hit a home run in Texas. Andino hit a 2-run shot. I take that back. Ground ball off the pitcher's mound. It ricochets into shallow center field for a base knock. So hard hit that it ricocheted off the pitcher's mound and trickled into shallow center. Back-to-back knocks for the Patriots after the first 4 were retired. 2 on, 1 out, scoreless bottom second. And here comes Nate Spears, who doubled 10 days ago off Parker Frazier. He would love to replicate that result right here. Spears had a few base running miscues yesterday. But despite the fact he's only hitting .209, he's played a really good second base this season. So he's not taking his offensive struggles to the field with him. That's a good thing. He's able to compartmentalize the game. Force anywhere except home. 2-seamer in for a strike to the lefty. Count 0-1 here to Nate the Great, who turned 30 years old 6 days ago. Looking for his first RBI of the season. Now would be an opportune time. 2 on, 1 out, scoreless bottom 2. The 6'5" Frazier against the 5'11" Spears. Fastball away. Sticks across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Spears is one of 9 ex-big leaguers on the Somerset Patriots. The Bluefish have 6 ex-big leaguers, so 15 of the 54 active players were once in the show. It'll be a 1-1. Weak tapper down the first base line, foul. And the count balloons to 1-2 here. On deck is David Vidal. Parker Frazier would love to induce a double play. It's tough to double up Spears, though. First off, he's a lefty, so he gets out of the box quick. He always hustles, and he's fast to begin with. And he usually hits the ball fairly hard. It'll be a 1-2 here to Spears. Curveball inside, count 2-2. And when you hit the ball hard, sometimes it's tough to handle on the initial hop. Parker Frazier's a guy that does pitch to contact here. He's not going to walk the ballpark. He's not going to strike a lot of people out either. He's going to rely on a pitcher's best friend, which is the double play ball. But Spears has other thoughts. The 2-2 here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a rare strikeout for Parker Frazier. Just his 4th strikeout of the year in 3 starts. 2 on, 2 out in the second inning. We're scoreless. And here comes David Vidal, the super utility star. 7 days ago, Vidal clubbed the walk-off RBI single to left field. It was his first career walk-off hit at any level. He broke the 2-2 tie that night. Now he's trying to break the scoreless tie here in the second. Out of Hialeah, Florida, just hitting .216 in the year. But his few hits have been clutch. I mean, he broke the tie against Sugar Land on Thursday. We just talked about his walk-off hit. Slider, check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says Mike Williams. No even need to appeal right there. He does have 3 RBI. He's hit in a variety of different spots in the order. Today in the 8 hole. 2 on, 2 out, the 0-1, swing and a miss. Count 0-2 here to Vidal. And look, with this Somerset offense, you can live with 1, 2, 3 guys struggling. You just cannot have 7 guys struggling at the same time. It's anemic right now. Every run is crucial. It'll be an 0-2 here to Vidal from Parker Frazier. Low and away, gets away from Babineau, and the runners are going to advance in the wild pitch. So it was a waste pitch way outside, and that's big because now a single can make it a 2-0 ball game. We're scoreless with runners on second and third and 2 outs. It's a 1-2 count to Vidal. If you're the Somerset Patriots, you'd love to draw first blood right now. When the Patriots score first this season, they're 7-1. When the opposition scores first, Somerset's just 1-4. Scoring first sets the tone for this great pitching staff that boasts a team ERA collectively below 2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying, and Vidal chased a slider that was about 7 feet out of the zone. Way over anxious and bug-eyed right there was Vidal. 2 runners stranded in scoring position. Through 2, we are scoreless. Third inning coming up on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Okay, class, as you know, today is career day, and we have a very special guest in.
Full inventory of new Ford cars and trucks online at Fullerton.com.
Wet wipe.
Your wrist bone's connected to your x-ray. Your x-ray's connected to your orthopedist. Your orthopedist is connected to the OR. The OR's connected to your blood work.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ's connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
Okay. Give the gift of a clean, sharp look with a Supercuts gift card. A perfect gift any time of year. Ask your stylist for details. Find a location near you at supercuts.com. Reps Fitness Supply, the ultimate fitness store, wants to pump you up. From treadmills to home gyms, Reps has it all at the guaranteed lowest price. With no money down, no payments or interest for 6 months. Why wait? Experience Reps' huge 5,000 square foot showroom on Route 22 East in Somerville today. And save. Through 2, we're scoreless. It will be the 8-9-1 hitters due up for the Bluefish. Bunch of little leaguers in attendance on hand after they had a game earlier on this Saturday. Good way to cap off your Saturday evening with some Patriots baseball and fireworks after the game. That is the common denominator amongst all Atlantic League fans. They love their fireworks. First pitch in for a strike count 0-1 here to Louis Rodriguez. One of 2 Louis Rodriguez's on the team. This Louis Rodriguez is a switch hitter. The other one is strictly just a right-handed hitter. So if you see a Louis Rodriguez batting left-handed, you know it's this one. Hitting just 143, no homer, and 1 RBI. Breaking ball called, strike 3, and Rodriguez thinks that ball was down. He has some words for Mike Williams. Second strikeout of the evening for Lucas Irvine. 1 out, no one on. Scoreless in the top of the 3rd inning. And here comes Ildemaro Vargas, the shortstop, hitting 275, no homers, 5 RBI, just 23 years old. Used to be in the Cardinals organization. Time for the Nissan scoreboard update, brought to you by Nissan, innovation that excites. Choose Nissan at Nissan.com. The Yankees lost the Orioles 6-2. Mets and Phillies scoreless in the 3rd inning. Atlantic League games going on right now. Doubleheader in Long Island. Ducks won game 1, 3-2. Ducks are winning game 2 against the Barnstormers 2-0 in the 4th. Crabs and Rebs scoreless in the 5th. Sharks up 3-2 in the Skeeters in the 8th. So Camden and Bridgeport are the two surprise teams in the league. They're both playing very well above 500 baseball. It'll be an 0-2 count here to Ildemaro. Ildemaro's always been a guy more known for his defense than his offense. The 0-2. Fouling and netting behind home plate. And we'll do it again. Bridgeport has not qualified for the playoffs since the 2010 season. That is the second longest drought in the Atlantic League. The only team that's been in a longer postseason drought is the Camden River Sharks. They haven't made the playoffs since 2008. Pop up behind home plate near the entrance plaza foul. 0-2 count, 1 out. Top of the 3rd, we're scoreless. So Fish fans are hungry to make the postseason. Fish have only won 1 Atlantic League championship. That was back in 1999. Meanwhile, Somerset, they've won the most with 5. Swing and a miss. The ball skips away, though, from Skelton. And Ildemaro Vargas is going to reach via the strikeout wild pitch. The drop third strike works to perfection for Ildemaro. Give Lucas a strikeout, but there's only 1 out as the runner reaches via the wild pitch. So 1 on, 1 out. And here comes the second time for the order, starting with Nick Van Straten, who chopped to second his first time up. Van Straten's probably the second best defensive center fielder in the league behind Johnny Tucker. And he can swing a stick too. Lucas from the stretch. Third base side of the rubber. First pitch just above the letters high. Count 1-0 here to Nick. Van Straten hitting .333, 7th best batting average in the Atlantic League. He's from Kansas City, Missouri, just like Lucas Irvine, so they're both from the same hometown. And Van Straten was drafted by his hometown team, the Royals, in 2006 in the 10th round via St. Louis Community College. Spent the last 2 years in the American Association with Sioux City Falls and the Laredo Lammers. Laredo, that was the team Yuneski Sanchez used to play for. Former Patriot grade in 2012 and specifically in 2013. How good was Sanchez in the clutch during that postseason run? I mean, him and Aldridge were a great 3-4 combo in the middle of that order. 1-0 count here to the 9-hitter Van Straten, to the leadoff hitter Van Straten, who shows bunt, pulls back. It's a curveball that falls in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Scoreless top of the 3rd, runner on first. So in this series, we're now at 13 innings and only 1 run has been scored combined. Good pitching beats good hitting, I'll tell you that. The 1-1. Low and in, skips away from Skelton, and on the wild pitch, Ildemaro Vargas is on second base. So a strikeout wild pitch, then another wild pitch, gets a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Lucas Irvine has faced 2 batters in this inning and struck them both out, but there's a runner in scoring position. Baseball really is a funny game. It'll be a 2-1 here to Van Straten. And Irvine glances back at Ildemaro. Ildemaro has good speed. He should be able to score an any ball hit to the outfield. And you have to think John Harris, the third base coach, would be very aggressive since runs have been at a premium in this series. In for a called strike, count 2-2. I mean, there's a chance Lucas Irvine could get 4 strikeouts in this inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on second. Scoreless top of the 3rd. Irvine kicks, deals. Fastball runs too far inside. It's a full count here to Van Straten. On deck is Sean Burrows. He, like Van Straten's, hitting over 300 this season as well. It's a very good offensive club that Bridgeport boasts. It'll be a 3-2 here with 1 out. Ildemaro on second. This ball is swung on and driven to left center. Tucker's going to be there to make the catch. Tagging is Ildemaro Vargas from second. He bluffs just to draw the throw. Tucker hits the cutoff man, Kelly. 2 outs, runner on second. Here comes Sean Burrows. So somebody made contact this inning. Burrows popped up to third his first time up, his counterpart. Burrows, 34 years old. Former first-round draft pick by the Padres in 1998. You know, it's always fun to look back at old draft classes in any sport, NBA, MLB, NFL, and, you know, see where everybody was picked, who was a bust, who turned out to be a prize player. You look back at that 1998 MLB first-round draft. You had Sean Burrows in it. You know who else was in that? CC Sabathia. Mark Mulder was a first-rounder. J.D. Drew, Brad Lidge, Pat Burrell, Jeff Weaver. It's pretty cool to think. You know, he was in the same crew as a lot of players that are still playing in the big leagues today. I mean, CC Sabathia, I know he's off to a subpar start, but he's still in the show. Mark Mulder had to retire, but he's an analyst on Baseball Tonight. J.D. Drew won a World Series. Brad Lidge won a World Series. Pat Burrell won a World Series. Jeff Weaver was a household name. And Sean has good bloodlines. His father, Jeff, hit 240 career big league homers from 1970 and 1985. 2-0 count, 2 outs to Burrows hitting over 300. Runner on second. Scoreless top of the third to the lefty. Fisted in the netting behind home plate. And we'll do it again. Count 2-1. But Burrows is approaching his 20th year of professional baseball. I mean, you got to remember, when you get drafted to high school, you start your career real early. The 2-1 here. Breaking ball, that was sharp. It falls off the kitchen table. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Lucas Irvine is looking for his 9th straight inning of scoreless baseball. He's almost getting up in Randy Boone territory. This breaking ball is fisted into shallow center field. It will get down for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for him is Vargas. The throw from Tucker to the plate is going to be not in time. Skelton can't handle the baseball. And advancing to second, and the throw is Burrows. It's a go-ahead RBI single by Sean Burrows. And the Fish strike first with a 1-0 lead. That was a good throw from Tucker. Even if Skelton was able to scoop that up and provide the tag, I still think Vargas would have been safe. So kind of awkward that Vargas scores on a strikeout wild pitch, and then a single. But it's an RBI for Burrows, and the Fish draw first blood. Now you got a runner on second, 2 outs, 1-0 Fish lead. And here comes Simmons, who struck out swinging his first time up, one of 3 strikeout victims for Irvine. So the scoreless inning streak will end at 8 2/3 for Lucas Irvine. Breaking ball in for a strike, count 1-0, top of the third, Fish lead 1-0. Breaking ball away. 1-1 here to Simmons. I always say when you have a runner at second, you're at home plate, you want to trade positions with that guy. You at home, you want to get to second, you want to get the runner that's at second home to where you're standing. Breaking ball inside, count 2-1 here to Simmons. Simmons was recruited to Somerset, to Bridgeport by former Bridgeport skipper Willie Upshaw, who was not retained at the end of the 2014 season after a number of losing seasons. The 2-1, swing and a miss, count 2-2. Simmons has 18 strikeouts this season, 3rd most in the Atlantic League. He strikes out 36% of the time in his 8-year big league career. That is a lot. .239 hitter, no homers, 9 RBI for Simmons. Trying to avoid his 2nd straight strikeout. The 2-2. Punch down the right field line. We'll do it again. 1-0 Bridgeport leads thanks to the 2-out RBI single. The shallow center by Sean Burrows, who's at second base right now. It'll be a 2-2 here to the 6'3", 29-year-old James Simmons. From Lucas Irvine, the 2-2. Low in the dirt, good stop by Skelton. And the count runs full, 3-2. So Lucas has really had to work in this inning here. Both teams would love some length from their starters. You know, with the extra inning game last night, Bridgeport's played back-to-back extra inning games. You don't want to go to the bullpen too early. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second, 1-0 Fish lead in the third. Irvine from the first base side of the bump. Slide steps, fires. Foul tipped into the netting behind home plate, and we'll do it again here for James Simmons, who has peaked at the AAA level. He's one of just a few players that's back from last year's team that lost over 90 games with Bridgeport. The Bluefish certainly turned the page. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Slider away. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. And Simmons walks. That's not a guy you want to walk as a free swinger. 2 on, 2 out. Here's Wellington Dotel, who lofted a ball to center field that was caught by Tucker. Back in the second. So force anywhere except home. Dotel hitting .353, 5th best batting average in the Atlantic League. Fouled behind home plate. Count 0-1. Bridgeport went just 5-15 against Somerset last year, and this year they're already 2-2 against them. That just shows you it's a new look Bridgeport club. Series finale will be tomorrow at 1:05. We'll be on the air at 1 o'clock straight up. Autographs before the game. Kids run the bases free of charge after the game. Slider away. Count 1-1. And they're not biting on Lucas Irvine's slider here. Look, teams are going to make adjustments second time through. You know, first time through, teams were a bit over anxious and went fishing for it. Right now, Lucas, it's getting predictable, and teams are holding up on it. You got to find someone else to strike someone out. It'll be a 1-1 with 2 outs and 2 on in the third. 1-0 Fish lead. Fastball low and in, squirts away from Skelton. But the runners do not advance. 2-1 the count. It'll be a 2-1 here to Dotel. Chopper to short, should in the inning. Kelly's going to go the long way to first for the put out. Through 2.5. Fish lead 1-0 here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. Is your old phone system putting your business on hold? Well, Ideacom Communication Group can help. Just call them at 937-857-4440. Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings. Your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor, Somerset Patriots Baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Let's pause for 10-second station identification. The Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network.
Bring them all out to the ballpark tomorrow. It's Mother's Day. Gates open at noon.
Parker Frazier is armed with a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the third. It'll be Kelly, Tucker, and Skelton due up. Righty, righty, lefty. The difference in this game, a Sean Burroughs RBI single. Our sweet level is at capacity today. Kelly hitting .417, no homers, no RBI. Scott's hit safely in every game he's played in, all 4. This is his 4th start of the year. Shows bunt, pulls back in for a called strike, count 0-1 here to the 24-year-old from West Windsor, New Jersey. The youngest member on the team in his 2nd year with the squad. He's still a sponge in that clubhouse, absorbing a lot of info from the veterans and 9 ex-big leaguers around him. Fisted to right field, Dotel drifting back in front of the warning track. He'll make the catch, and Kelly's retired. 1 away here. And here's Johnny Tucker. All right, 2nd time for the order here. Let's see what adjustments Somerset can make against Parker Frazier. Frazier's been a great pitcher this year. He came into the game with a 0.84 ERA. Somerset's offense has been extremely stagnant. It's going to be tough. And this is a matchup that heavily favors Parker Frazier right now. He's armed with a lead, has a little bit of a margin of error to work with. First pitch slider in for a called strike. Count 0-1. And what I've noticed from Bridgeport this year relative to last year is, one, they're playing good defense, but more importantly, they've got pitchers that are throwing strikes. I mean, old Bridgeport teams would just walk the ballpark. And when you give good teams winning pedigrees free passes, it's not going to bode well. I mean, take the 10th inning last night. You hit a batter, and then you walk a couple, and that was a rarity for Bridgeport, an uncharacteristic inning. They made an error in that inning, and it was the difference in the game. And pitching coach will tell you, the ensuing half inning after your team grabs you the lead, it's the most important half inning for a pitcher. You want to throw a shutdown inning and get your offense back to the plate while they're high. Bottom third, 1 out, no one on. 2-2 count to Tucker. Fastball inside, 3-2. So Tucker's had 2 lengthy at-bats. His first at-bat resulted in a fly-out to his counterpart in center. What's going to happen here? A slider gets this crowd riled up on this payoff pitch. The 3-2, it's popped up in the infield. Calling everybody off will be Sean Burroughs, equidistant between home and third. He makes the catch. 2 outs, 4 straight retired by Parker. Here's James Skelton, who chopped to short his first time up. I actually sat next to James Skelton on the plane ride from Houston to Newark. Real nice guy, in for a called strike, count 0-1. He's a small guy, so he's a good guy to sit next to on a plane. Leaves you lots of leg room. In for a called strike, count 0-2. Oh, 2 here to the lefty. And now time is called. Each team with 2 hits, but the Fish lead 1-0 thanks to the 2-out RBI single by Burroughs in the top half of this inning. Eggleston on deck. The 0-2 is a waste pitch outside. Skelton does not bite. Skelton has a career on base percentage of .390 in 11 minor league seasons. Breaking ball called strike 3. And Skelton down looking. And he has some words for the home plate umpire. Now, it's always a precarious situation for the catcher to argue with the home plate umpire because you want your pitchers to get those marginal calls. Plus, you got to deal with the home plate umpire when you're on defense. He's literally breathing down your back. We're through 3, 1-0 Fish lead. Top of the fourth coming up here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Happy 30th birthday to Annette. Happy birthday to Patriot pitcher Buddy Boshier. Happy birthday to Patriot host mom Rosie Saylor.
Affinity Federal Credit Union, banking, investing, advising. Learn how you can belong to something better at www.joinaffinity.com. HealthQuest is the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots, fitness, sports, family, wellness, and community. That's HealthQuest. Top of the fourth, 1-0. Bridgeport leads Somerset. Third of the way through this contest. We're exactly an hour into this game, so we're on pace for a standard 3-hour game. It'll be Alonzo Rodriguez and Babineau due up. Although with the score being 1-0, it probably should take a little bit shorter than just an hour to play 3 innings. But so be it. Here's Alonzo, who grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Next inning, in the top of the 5th, we'll be joined by a very special guest, Joan Holland-Donner, a senior program officer for the Horizon Foundation for New Jersey. And we'll talk about Breathe Easier with Asthma Management, a program called BEAM. Lights beaming down in the field, and Aaron Eggleston will fight the lights to make the catch out in left center. There's one away. Here's Andres Rodriguez, who's singled up the middle his first time up. Andres Rodriguez is probably a guy you do not want to sit next to on a plane. The guy is 6'5", 260 pounds. That's a guy who probably needs to sit in an exit row, actually. Fastball upstairs, count 1-0. Guy needs some leg room. Andres just hitting 160 this year. Fly ball to first and caught by Don. 2 outs. So this has been a much quicker, freer, easier inning here for Lucas Irvine. Here's Babineau, who drilled a fly ball to left field his first time up, but it was caught by Eggy. 1-0, Fish lead, top of the 4th, 2 outs, no one on. Babineau, a business and economics major at a UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. Fastball upstairs, count 1-0. UCLA, it's a lot like LSU. It's one of those schools where you really just refer to it by its initials. You never really say University of California, Los Angeles, just like you never really say Louisiana State University. LSU just sounds a lot cooler. Same thing with UCLA. But you would refer to Ohio State as the Ohio State University. You would never refer to it as OSU. So, you know, different colleges vary. Foul down the right field line. Count 1-2. But UCLA, a great baseball program. They've got a couple big leaguers now. They were graduates of UCLA. Brennan Crawford of the Giants. Trevor Bauer of the Indians. Garrett Cole, the Pirates. Fastball up and in, count 2-2. And Babineau was a good catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to Babs. Spanks this one to center. Tucker's there to haul it in, inning over. 1-2-3, go the Fish. Bottom 4 coming up. Fish lead 1-0 on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Catch baseball fever with another exciting weekend of Somerset Patriots action at TD Bank Ballpark. On Friday night, the first 2,000 fans in attendance will receive baseball cards presented by Fraser General Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Saturday night brings a huge fireworks extravaganza, courtesy of Geico local office in Edison. Then join us on Sunday for our Mother's Day celebration, with the first 500 moms receiving carnations, provided by Ferris Brothers Wholesale Florists, a Mother's Day brunch on our party deck, a tricky tray auction to benefit the Somerset Healthcare Foundation, and dollar hot dogs all game long. There will also be a pregame autograph session presented by Somerset County Park Foundation, and all kids and moms get to run the bases in the Bees Foundation Diamond Derby. Call 908-252-0700 or visit SomersetPatriots.com today for your chance to get patriotic.
Hey Patriot fans, enter to win a hospitality suite for you and 29 of your closest friends, courtesy of Somerville Aluminum. Enter now through August 12th at somervillealuminum.com/sweeps. Stay cool this summer with Wellman. Call Wellman Home Service today and receive a $500 trade-in allowance on any new AC installation. The phone number, 888-WELLMAN, service you can trust since 1962. Home half of the fourth, each team with 2 hits, each team with no errors, but the all-important run column is what matters, and the Fish nurse a 1-0 lead in the middle game of this 3-game weekend set between these 2 flagship franchises here in the Atlantic League. Both came into the league in its inaugural season in 1998. Well, teeth of the Somerset order due up, starting with Aaron Eggleston, 3-4-5. Eggie, hitless in the series. Low and in. Count 1-1 here to Aaron. Eggleston 0 for 6. Make it 0 for 7 in the series as he pops this one up to left. Easy can of corn catch for Simmons. 1 out, no one on. 1-0 Fish lead, bottom 4. And here's Thomas Neal. Thomas Neal was talking a big game in the batting cage today. He was saying how his power stroke, he feels he's found it. He's been working religiously and rigorously with Shane Spencer in the cage and during BP, and he thinks the power is there. Remember, he doubled off the base of the left field wall last night. He hit one off the base of the scoreboard, the auxiliary scoreboard in Sugarland this past week. He's close, but he still has yet to hit a homer as the 271 hitter. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Count 0-1 here to Thomas Neal. Neal's got a good frame. He's a middle-of-the-order hitter for a reason. You want to see the power here with Thomas. The 0-1. He was swinging for the fences. Swings on top of the breaking ball. 0-2 count. 1 out. And now you got to be careful the wipeout slider that Frazier likes to throw with 2 strikes. Down and away. The 0-2. Oh, he threw it down and away and swung on top of by Thomas Neal. Come on, Thomas. You got to get the scouting report. If somebody like me knows it, then you have to know it. 2 outs, no one on, 1-0. Bridgeport leads, and here comes Donnie, who muscled a single in the right field his first time up. Somerset, it's in an offensive drought, but, you know, it hopefully will get rectified soon with 3-time World Series champion Shane Spencer as their hitting instructor. Low and away, count 1-0. Next half inning, we'll be joined by Joan Holland Donner, the Senior Program Officer for the Horizon Foundation for New Jersey. We'll talk about Beam, Breathe Easier with Asthma Management. It's a statewide program created by the Horizon Foundation for New Jersey. This ball's into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It'll be a long single for Adam Donahue. So Don is 2 for 2. How about Adam? What a series. And here comes Chris Marrero, who hit a rocket for a single up the middle. His first time up. 1 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, Patriots down 1-0. And Marrero really likes hitting with 2 outs because he knows he can't hit into a double play. He leaves the team with double plays hit into. So I feel something good could happen. Breaking ball, just outside. Count 1-0 here to the Miami native. Chris has a cousin in the Red Sox organization, Devin. His brother Christian's in the White Sox organization. Chopper through the left side for a base hit. So Chris Marrero and Adam Donahue are 4 for 4. The other 7 players in the team, they don't have a hit. They're 0 for 11. So 7 players are combined 0 for 11. These 2 guys are combined 4 for 4. 2 on, 2 out, and here comes Nate Spears. Well, Spears was up in an identical situation as this. 2 on, but he struck out. Righty pitcher, lefty batter. Force anywhere except home. Spears looking for his first RBI of the season. Breaking ball away. Count 1-0. Somerset doubling up Bridgeport in the hit column 4-2. But they're being blanked 1-0 here in the 4th with 2 outs and a 1-0 count to Spears, looking for his first RBI of 2015. He might get it. This ball's going to be fielded by the second baseman behind the second base bag. Donnie never stopped running, and he's out at the plate. What was Don thinking? Did Spencer not see that that ball was knocked down? Terrible, terrible base running right there by the Somerset Patriot. What was going on? Donnie's got to know that that ball was knocked down. And that's poor communication between Donnie and Spencer. One of them, it was one of their faults. I mean, Spencer's got to be telling Don to stop once you see that the second baseman smothered that ball behind the second base bag for an infield single. So if you're scoring at home, it's an infield single for Spears, and Donnie's out trying to advance on the 4-2 putout. Through 4, 1-0 Fish lead. Top of the 5th we go on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Your wrist bone's connected to your x-ray. Your x-ray's connected to your orthopedist. Your orthopedist is connected to the OR. The OR's connected to your blood work.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ's connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store, family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
We need the following fans of customer service: Abby Vickner, Grace Vickner, Emma Masashi, Caroline Machiarona, Betsy Marioni, and Morgan Dolcher. Those fans, please go to customer service. Leading off the top of the 5th inning for Bridgeport, the second.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Bridgeport. No runs, 5 hits, no errors for Somerset. Top of the 5th inning we go here on this beautiful Saturday evening in Central Jersey. I'm Justin Answell. Joining me is Miss Joan Holland-Donner, the Senior Program Officer for the Horizon Foundation for New Jersey. Miss Holland-Donner, welcome to the Fullerton Auto Press Box.
Thank you, Justin.
In for a called strike to Luis Rodriguez, count 0-1. So you're here for your program called BEAM. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, that's Breathe Easier with Asthma Management. And the Horizon Foundation has made a $500,000 grant to the Boys and Girls Clubs in New Jersey to raise awareness and educate their members about asthma management. Asthma affects about 300,000, 300,000 children in New Jersey have been diagnosed with asthma. And it's a very serious chronic condition that can lead to ER room visits, hospitalizations, missing school. And the interesting thing about asthma is you can't cure it, you can't prevent it, but you can very easily manage the symptoms. And a lot of people don't even know what asthma is. It's a chronic condition where the airways of the lungs get swollen, and it's very difficult to breathe. And symptoms of it are wheezing, coughing, shortness of breath, tightness in the chest. And when these symptoms occur, they can be very, very serious and result in some of the things that I mentioned earlier.
Wow, you're better than WebMD. That was pretty impressive. As Luis Rodriguez strikes out looking. 1 out, no one on. 1-0 Bridgeport leads Somerset, top of the 5th inning. So what's going on today here at TD Bank Ballpark? Why are you guys out here, and how can fans find out more information here at TD Bank? Did you get to throw out the first pitch? Are you tabling in the concourse? What's going on right now?
Okay, we're tabling in the concourse. Yes, we were able to throw out the first pitch.
You didn't throw it out, did you?
No.
I didn't see you out there.
No, we had a 9-year-old young man, Justin Kearns, who did a spectacular job, I might add. And what we're here today about is to spread the word about the program. And the program BEAM, Breathe Easier with Asthma Management, is reaching 2,500 children ages 5 to 18 at 12 different boys and girls clubs in counties where there's a high prevalence of asthma among children.
Single through the right side for Vargas. 1 on, 1 out. 1-0 Bridgeport leads, top of the 5th inning. I'm joined by Joan Holland-Donner, the Senior Program Officer for the Horizon Foundation, New Jersey. We're talking about how to prevent asthma here, not only in Central Jersey, but statewide. Hopefully we will find a cure for asthma. But in the meantime, kids are using, the inhalers right now? Is that probably the best remedy for asthma?
There is the inhalers. There's other kinds of equipment. There's medication. And there's just the need to be aware when there's the onset of these symptoms, the wheezing, the coughing, the tightness in the chest, to make sure that you address them immediately. Make sure that you're going to your doctor and making sure that you know if you have asthma and getting the medication or the equipment that they prescribe for you. So what we're doing with the Boys and Girls Clubs is we have really a 5-step program. And the first thing is to do some screening through a questionnaire that the parent or caregiver fills out. And this will tell whether the child has asthma or is at risk of asthma. Then we have an education component. And the education component is curricula that's delivered to the children by the staff who are trained by the American Lung Association. It's American Lung Association curricula in English and in Spanish. And the kids are taught over several sessions, and they understand the disease, they understand the symptoms, they understand the repercussions of it. They share that information with their parents, their siblings, their friends. And after the education component, we've built in a referral component so that the parents know how to access health care services for further screening or treatment. Whether they have insurance, regardless of their income, we tell them that they can go to federally qualified health centers for free care. We tell them how to go to their doctor if they have one. We tell them what to do as far as their insurance company. So that's the referral. Awareness is a big part of it, and that's why we're here tonight. We're reaching a lot of people with the message that asthma symptoms can be successfully managed, so anybody with asthma can live a normal, healthy life. You don't have to go through the stress of the disease. You don't have to go through going to the ER. You don't have to miss school. Parents and caregivers don't have to miss work. All of that can be avoided, and that's why we're doing this program. Spread the word, raise the awareness. Asthma is kind of like a stepchild compared to a lot of other chronic diseases. It doesn't get as much notice. It doesn't get as much media attention. So we're trying to compensate for that because, again, you have almost 300,000 children in New Jersey that have been diagnosed at some point in their life. And if you look at the ER visits and the hospitalizations and you realize that they can be avoided, this is something we can really have an impact on. We can save health dollars, we can save stress, we can save a lot of unnecessary suffering on the part of the children with asthma and their families.
3-0 count, 1 out, runner on first. 1-0 Bridgeport leads in the top of the 5th inning. Leadoff hitter is Nick Van Straten. He's at the plate. 0-2 count here. Irvine from the stretch. The pitch. In for a called strike. Van Straten taking away, count 3-1. All right, Miss Holland Donner, why is asthma important to you? I mean, do you have asthma? Do you know of people who have asthma? Because you've sacrificed your whole life to promote this foundation and Beam. So why is asthma important to you?
It's important to me because just stepping back, the Horizon Foundation is the charitable arm of Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. We are all about improving the health and wellness of New Jersey residents, including our 3.8 million members in the communities that we serve. And this is something that we can have an impact on. It's aligned with our mission. It is important to a lot of people. I personally don't have asthma. I have relatives who have asthma. I have friends who have asthma. And very sadly, as we've started this pilot program, I'm finding that there are people, including a colleague at work and somebody from the media, who have actually had relatives who have died from asthma. That does not have to happen. That's why we're doing the program. It can be managed. The symptoms can be managed very successfully. And again, I'll underscore, people with asthma can live happy, normal, healthy lives. So that's why we're into this.
2 on, 1 out as Corey Dommel has a mound visit here to calm down Lucas Irvine. Here's Sean Burrows. He's the difference in this game. His 2-out RBI single in the 3rd gave Bridgeport a 1-0 lead. We're now in the 5th inning, 2 on, 1 out. Righty pitcher, lefty batter. How long have you been partners with Somerset, the Patriots? Is this your first year?
Actually, several years, and I'm very impressed. It's my own first visit here to the ballpark.
Great, we're glad to have you.
And we like this fresh air because if you go back to some of the triggers for asthma, air pollution is key among them, tobacco smoke, dust mites, furry pets, mold, and those sorts of things. So enjoying this wonderful environment of this beautiful baseball park brings to mind how many environmental factors trigger asthma and what we can do to avoid those kinds of conditions that trigger the symptoms that we talked about earlier.
You mentioned Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shields. Don't they have a food stand here at the TD Bank Ballpark?
Why, indeed we do. It's called the Healthy Plate, Horizon Healthy Plate. And the idea behind that was to provide healthy alternatives to your traditional baseball park fare. And we have variations on hot dogs, hamburgers. We have
got some fresh fruit, right? Some bananas.
Fresh fruit, indeed.
You should tell one of your colleagues to bring us a bowl of fresh fruit here in the press box.
Any colleague listening and get those healthy chips, and we have all kinds of great desserts that are very, very healthy along with the fruit cup. We have some black bean burgers. We have fun food. But you're getting rid of the harmful content. We're watching the calorie intake. All told, delicious stuff that's good for you.
2 on, 1 out, 1-0 Fish lead. The dangerous Burrows at the plate, hitting over 300, smothered in the dirt by Skelton on a waste pitch. Count 1-2. All right, this is your first time at TD Bank Ballpark. What stands out, besides being in the radio booth with me?
Well, of course, Justin, that is the first and foremost part of it. I think that I love the energy here. There's something, too, that's remarkable about how beautifully groomed the field is. Watching these young athletes really exhibits a remarkable skill set. And the fresh air again, the smell of all this wonderful food, seeing the children playing. Probably some of them have asthma that's being managed, and so they're able to come out. And that's another thing, too. We have a lot of athletes out there that have asthma, and because it's well managed, they're able to play this sport and a lot of other sports. One other thing I wanted to mention, too, because I told you there were 5 components to the Breathe Easier with Asthma Management program. We're having it evaluated. We're having it independently evaluated. It's a pilot program. We are looking towards the results, and if those come in well and they're on track to do so, we plan to expand it from the 9 counties that it's currently being conducted in.
Breaking ball inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. All right, you like baseball here? Put on your thinking cap. Would you send the runners here on this payoff pitch? You know what that even means or no?
I'm going to guess, and I would consider it carefully and then probably go for it.
With the fresh air, I think these guys are ready to run. I think they're ready to steal right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. I would send the runners if I'm Van Asselberg. Let's see if he's sharing a brain with us up here, Miss Holland Donner.
Okay.
Lucas Irvine from the stretch, and he glances back at the runners. I think they were leaning there.
And Justin, thanks for improving the weather. We were off to an iffy start this morning.
Well, the weather's extremely important. At capacity, we have fireworks after the game, so we need good weather. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Let's see if the runners are going here. They're not. Grounded in the first baseline foul. Count 3-2. Maybe we want to save up that energy and that lung capacity to run after the ball's hit.
Do you know anybody with asthma?
I don't. I actually just don't. I saw some kids growing up with some inhalers every now and then during recess, but no. But I've learned so much already just through osmosis being next to you. The 3-2, it's grounded to second. Weekly, Spears only has 1 play, and he taps it over to first for the put-out. So now runners on second and third, 2 outs. 1-0 Bridgeport leads top of the 5th inning. We're joined by Joan Holland Donner, the Senior Program Officer for the Horizon Foundation for New Jersey. We're talking about asthma awareness and her program, BEAM, Breathe Easier with Asthma Management. It's a statewide program created by the Horizon Foundation for New Jersey to improve awareness, education, and treatment of asthma among children. Asthma attacks can be prevented and managed so children can live a normal, healthy life.
And we're really blessed with the partners that we have. The Boys and Girls Clubs in New Jersey, a remarkable organization. And this tracks very well with their mission to make children successful and healthy along the way. They have about 72,000 children that they serve. They have a great infrastructure throughout the state to deliver programs like our asthma management program. And then we've been working very closely with the American Lung Association, and they've been terrific too. In fact, when we started on this program, we wanted to deliver it both to children who had asthma and to children that are non-asthmatic, because you could, over the course of time, develop asthma, or on the other hand, you may have a friend or relative, school classmate, and we want those children to be prepared as well. And so there was no curriculum for non-asthmatic children, and we asked the American Lung Association to develop one, which they did just for the BEAM program.
1-2 count, 2 outs. James Simmons has the 3rd most strikeouts in the Atlantic League. He already has a strikeout this evening. He strikes out 36% of the time in his 8-year professional career. The 1-2. Breaking ball high. 2-2 count. This is a big spot in the game here. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Somerset trails 1-0 in the 5th. The offense has been stagnant through the first 13 and a half games thus far. You know, down 1-0 is going to be tough enough to overcome. You give up a single here, 2 runs would score, it makes it 3-0. This is a pivotal juncture here. 2-2 count here to Simmons, the number 3 hitter in this order. an all-star from a year ago. The pitch from Irvine. Swing and a miss, strike three. Struck. Yeah, you're a good look charm, Miss Hoppendonner. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
And if you see some extra strawberries out there, bring them over to the booth. I'd love to eat some.
And remember, asthma can be managed.
Thanks so much. We're breathing easier with your presence around us. I'm Justin Antwell. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 Bridgeport leads Somerset here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC.
Work seems easier. Challenges seem smaller. Victories seem sweeter when we accomplish them together. Together, we're caring for our neighbors, connecting people with answers, creating a richer community. Together, every member of our company has something worth sharing: our time, our resources, our experience. Together, we can help kids feel limitless, help families feel stronger, help each other feel inspired. For all of New Jersey, we can help make a difference together.
Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. Halfway through this contest, Bridgeport leads 1-0. No activity yet in the Somerset bullpen, but we may see some soon. David Vidal will get things going with Somerset down 1-0. That was a clutch strikeout from Lucas Irvine to James Simmons to minimize the damage. So Irvine's at 93 pitches through 5 innings. That's probably going to be it for him. Maybe he comes back out to start the sixth and they take it batter by batter. Vidal 0 for 1 with a K. Fastball up, count 1-1 here. Some light stretching going on in the Bridgeport bullpen. Somerset has 5 hits, yet nothing to show for it. They ran themselves out of a clutch inning last inning on some ill-advised base running from Adam Donahue and some poor communication from Shane Spencer. I guess Donahue thought the ball squeaked through and it really didn't. And it wouldn't be such a big deal, but the problem is Somerset just has not had a lot of chances to score runs. It'll be a 2-1 here to Vidal. High chopper to short, fielded by Vargas. Throw to first in time. 1 out. Here's Scott Kelly, who flew out to right field his first time up. So thanks to Joan Hoppendonner for joining me last half inning to talk about asthma here. It's always fun to correspond and interview our sponsors. And a lot of these are nonprofit organizations too. So, you know, we want to get them as much publicity as possible. Here comes the kid, Scott Kelly. I asked him how he enjoyed his birthday on Thursday, and he said it was great because the team won. That was a good answer. It'll be a 1-0 here to the West Windsor native. In for a called strike, count 1-1. Kelly made the team via the open tryout last April, 13 months ago, and he had to pay $40 to try out. He turned that $40 into a 2-week paycheck. It's a pretty cool story. The 1-1, low and away, count 2-1 here. I mean, he beat out over 100 other players that were trying out who had a lot more experience than him, but, you know, Jody gave everybody a fair shot in the open tryout. He didn't look at your past experience. He looked at how you performed that given day and your skill set and your ceiling and your potential. The 2-1 fastball away, count 3-1. 1 out, no one on, bottom 5, 1-0, Bridgeport leads. A pretty slow-moving game for a game that's only 1-0 halfway through this contest. The 3-1. Little nubber right in front of the plate. Going to be a tough play. Parker Frazier picks it up, throw to first, bang, bang play, but Kelly is retired.
Hey fans, it is
Frazier knew he had a rush, but he got the job done. 2 outs. No one on, and here comes Johnny Tucker, who's 0 for 2.
So be sure to track down the Otis Spunkmeyer cookie cart as it makes its way along the lower contours to get a delicious chocolate chip cookie from those lime green salespeople.
Here's Tucker. 3rd time for the order here. Let's see what adjustment Shane Spencer and the Patriots can make from an offensive standpoint here. Patriots on the verge of scoring 3 runs or fewer for the 6th time in their last 7 games. In for a called strike, count 0-1. I mean, to put this in perspective, coming into this game, the Somerset Patriots, through 13 games, scored just 36 runs. That's averaging less than 3 runs per game. Through a pretty big sample size, too, of 13 games. 36 runs in 13 games. The team has scored the fewest runs in the league. They have the worst team batting average in the league. They've only hit 4 homers through 13 games. It'll be an 0-2 to Tucker, who steps out. It's putting a lot of pressure on the pitching staff. Slider away, count 1-2. But look, baseball's a long season. Eventually, you know, there's going to be a week where the Somerset offense averages like 8.5 runs per game, but the pitching ERA is like 7.8. It will all even out in the end. Things get magnified in the beginning of the year. The 1-2. Bouncer to short. Vargas to first. Inning over. Through 5. 1-0. Fish lead the Patriots. Top of the 6th we go. On SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
To your orthopedist. Your orthopedist is connected to the OR. The OR is connected to your blood work.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ is connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Okay.
Be sure to stop by their tables up on the concourse behind section 201 for more information. Hey, don't forget,
for complete family eye care, go where the Patriots go. See Dr. Ivy Ehrlich and Dr. Martin Storbeck at the Bridgewater Optometric Center located in Pearl Vision at the Somerset Shopping Center. Call them at 908-685-0794. Enjoy a Patriots game in style from the Diamond Club. This large private suite has great views and features indoor and outdoor seating and has our largest all-you-can-eat premium buffet menu. Call the group sales department at 908-252-0700. I'm still waiting on that fresh bowl of strawberries, Miss Hoppendonner. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0. Bluefish lead the Patriots. I really don't think I'm going to end up getting them, but it was worth asking. They are going to go to the bullpen. They're going to go to Edwin Chiarte. So Lucas Irvine's done after 93 pitches. Through 5 innings of play, 1-0. Bridgeport leads Somerset. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The following hitters will be up for Bridgeport: Dotel, Alonso, and Rodriguez. And the 6'2", 225-pound righty from California is in the pitch, Edwin Chiarte. Let me get my microscope out because I need my microscope to zoom in on these numbers here because they're pretty microscopic. Let me focus in on this thing here. Here we go. 1-0 record, 0.00 ERA. This will be his 8th appearance, 6.2 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 3 Ks, 2 walks, no runs. He's allowed 1 hit in 6.2 innings out of the bullpen. Opponents are hitting .050 against Edwin Chiarte. 1 for 20. Wow, this guy's good. A sinking sidewinder, first pitch strike, count 0-1. Chiarte picked up the win last night. He threw a scoreless top of the 10th inning, and then Neal hit the walk-off RBI sac fly, made it 1-0, and we all went home happy. Weak dribbler to short. Kelly fields it. Quick throw to first. Good stretch by Don. Dotel's retired. 1 out here in the 6th. It's time for the Nissan scoreboard update. Brought to you by Nissan. Let's refresh the computer here, checking some Atlantic League scores. Well, Long Island and Lancaster are playing a doubleheader. Long Island leads game 2, 5-0 in the 7th inning. Ducks won game 1, 3-2. River Sharks doubled up the Skeeters 4-2, and the Crabs are blanking the Revs 2-0 in the 8th. The Yankees were tripled up by the Orioles 6-2, and the Mets are trailing the Phillies 2-1 in the 6th. The Wizards, without John Wall, beat the Hawks 103-101. So the Wizards lead that set 2-1. And Memphis and Golden State in a pivotal game 3 in Memphis. 19-17. Memphis leads a $1:30 left in the first quarter. How about that Bulls game last night? Derrick Rose, buzzer beater, bank shot 3 to defeat the Cavs. It'll be an 0-2 here to Alonso. Low and away, count 1-2. This Patriots bullpen, it's just been stellar. A 1.25 ERA this season. Somerset did make a move before the game. They signed Paul Smythe, who began the year in spring training with the Oakland A's, and they released TJ Chisholm. Slider away, count 2-2. Kyler Newby stretching a little bit on the bump. It'll be a 2-2 here to Alonso. Foul tipped off the front knee of Alonso, and he is in serious pain.
And get exclusive Somerset Sluggers merchandise and tickets. Become a member of the Somerset.
That has to hurt. He fouls a ball off his front knee. I mean, I remember about 10 years ago, Jermaine Dye was up, and he fouled the ball off his shin, and he ended up shattering his shin. Now, look, his knee's fine. It's just going to leave a stinger. It'll probably swell up tomorrow. But that's got to hurt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. No one on top of the 6th. 1-0 Fish lead. 1 run on 3 hits for Bridgeport. No runs on 5 hits for Somerset. The difference in this game, a 2-out RBI single by Burrows in the 3rd with 2 outs. Lifted in the right field line foul. We'll do it again. Two-strike clap will pick up here from TD Bank Ballpark. 2-2 is the count. The pitch from the sidewinder, Chiarte, low and away, count 3-2. Somerset pitching staff has issued the fewest walks in the Atlantic League. Irvine only issued 2 walks through 5 innings. He would be in line for the tough luck loss. And there's a rare walk. This one to Alonso. Full count fastball outside. 1 on, 1 out, and here comes Andres Rodriguez, A-Rod at the plate. A-Rod only has 1 home run, despite the fact he's 6'5", 260 pounds, but you feel like any given moment this guy could yank one out of the yard. Now he's definitely a threat for the double play because he does not run well. Change up, low and in, count 1-0. So Chiarte struggling with command here, pitching for the 2nd time in as many days. Middle game of this 3-game set. Series finale tomorrow at 1:05. In for a called strike, count 1-1, sticks across the board here to Andres. Grounded in the third baseline foul. Count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here to Andres Rodriguez, one of 3 players with the last name Rodriguez on Bridgeport. 2 are in the starting lineup, and none of them are related. Slider away, count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Changeup. Floated into the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Not much to talk about in this one thus far. It's been a good pitcher's duel. Another foul ball by Andres Rodriguez. Only hitting 157 on the year. The 2-2 here to A-Rod. Pop up, foul side of third base. Vidal giving it a look near the railing. Hits on top of the Bluefish dugout. 4 straight foul ball hit by Andres. And we'll do it again. Fans are getting anxious. They want their fireworks. They want the 5th consecutive Somerset Patriot home victory. They just want some runs. Well, if you had dinner reservations in the Saturday evening, probably scratch those. It'll be a 2-2 here to Andres. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. 2 outs, runner on first, top of the 6th. 1-0, Bluefish lead. And here comes Babineau, who has a fly out to left and a fly out to center. Can he complete the hat trick of flyouts and fly out to right? Babs hitting .356, top 5 in the Atlantic League in batting average. He's having a great campaign. And, you know, there are a lot of Bluefish that are putting up all-star numbers, and the all-star game in 2015 will be held at Harbor Yard, home of the Bluefish. The Midsummer Classic. The Patriots bullpen this season, 44 innings now, 6 runs allowed. Fastball inside, count 1-0. The pitch, low and away, count 2-0. Chiarte takes his time on the hill. So as a defender, it's probably not ideal to play behind him, but look, at the end of the day, this guy gets outs. So you like it. But he walks around a little bit. Comes set. Pitch. Grounded to the third, backhanded by Vidal, who'll go the long way to first. To Donnie, inning over. Bottom 6 coming up. Patriots in dire need of a run. They have scored just 1 run in 15 innings in this series. They're down by 1 in the 6th on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
This is Jersey. Things happen here. Big things. We had a kid from Hoboken do it his way and become chairman of the board. We had a girl who grew up in Ridgewood find the voice that made her an American sensation. And every week, millions of winning lottery tickets make people's day and change people's lives. This is what's happening right now. The Jersey Jackpot Instant Games with prizes all the way up to $1 million. Anything can happen in Jersey.
If the Patriots hit grand slam this inning, you go home with $5,000. Good luck, Latika Ho.
Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems, the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. Attention Patriot fans, Bridgewater Diner is a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Located at 1244 Route 22 in Bridgewater, it's just a foul ball the way from the ballpark. Bridgewater Diner is a great place to meet and eat. Stop by the Bridgewater Diner before after the game and enjoy great food and company. Bottom of the sixth, Somerset in dire need of some sort of spark. They trail 1-0. Skelton, Eggy, Neal 2 up. Third time through the order here. Frazier on the hill. Frazier came into this game with a 0.84 ERA, and it's only going to go down. Fastball away, count 1-0. Frazier is putting up pitcher of the year type numbers early on. Fastball away, count 2-0. Frazier had 3 strikeouts combined in his first 2 starts, but in this one alone he has 4. 2-0 Kenner to Skelton. I think Skelton's got to take a pitch here. I'm not swinging if I'm James. The 2-0, 3-0. All right, now Skelton can take a nap at home plate. Get him a pillow, snuggle up on the left side of the batter's box because there's no way he's swinging a 3-0 pitch with his team down 1-0 in the 6th inning. Career 390 OBP for Skelton, and he works a 4-pitch walk. All he does is get on base. 1 on, nobody out, and here comes Aaron Eggleston. I think you got to think about bunting here if you're Aaron. Aaron's a great bunter. He has the propensity not only bunt for a sacrifice, but he can spin that into a base hit. So I'm bunting here. I make Bridgeport field this ball off a bunt. Make Parker Frazier sweat a little bit. Burrows is in on the grass. Eggy showed bunt, pulled back. It's a curveball in for a strike. Count 0-1. Parker Frazier's at just 69 pitches through 5+ innings of play. It'll be an 0-1 here to Aaron. See if he bunts. Throw over to check on Skelton. Nothing doing. In these tight, close games, this is when you need to put on your manager's cap. It'll be an 0-1 here to Eggy. Not bunting. He's going to loop this one to left field. It's going to be caught by Simmons. I just don't really understand that decision there. I really would have bunted. And here comes Thomas Neal. I mean, now you got the double play still in order. Well, Thomas Neal's been talking about hitting a home run for quite some time. Now he needs to back up the talk with his wooden 2-tone stick. Black barrel, brown handle. Skelton does have a stolen base this season. Just 1 attempt. See if he's thinking about going here. Fastball up and away. Count 1-0 here to Neal. Neal is 0 for 2, a flyout and a strikeout. Righty-righty matchup. 1-0 Fish lead, bottom 6, 1 out, 1 on, and a throw over to check on Skelton. Nothing doing. Somerset's had a few opportunities. In the second, they had 2 on, 1 out, could not score. In the fourth, they had 2 on, 2 out, could not score. Now they had the leadoff man aboard. In for a strike, count 1-1. In fact, this was the first time in 6 innings that the leadoff batter has reached base for Somerset. Somerset and Bridgeport going at it on this Saturday evening. The 1-1 here to Thomas Neal will not be made as Parker Frazier steps off. So Parker's first pitch count just hit the 70-pitch threshold, so he should definitely be good to finish this inning at least. The 1-1. This ball's hit to deep right center field. Going back is Dotel. He's there to track it down. Skelton has to scurry back to first base to avoid being doubled up. Oh, that was a close play. A great throw from Dotel and a head-first slide back just in time by Skelton. 2 outs. And here comes Don, who's 2 for 2. Well, look, if you had sack bunted Eggleston, then you would have Skelton right now at third because he would have easily tagged up from second to move to third on that fly ball to right center field. 2 outs, runner on first. It would just be a shame to waste Skelton at first base with your 3, 4, 5 hitters up. Frazier steps off to wipe the sweat off his brow. Temperature's getting a bit colder outside. In the low 60s now. Donnie Baseball hitting .308 this season. He's locked in. One of just a few players in the team hitting above their weight. In for a strike, count 0-1. This weather's kind of annoying because it's kind of that in-between weather. You know, you don't know if you want to wear a sweatshirt or not. But if you bring a sweatshirt but you don't want to wear it, then you have to hold it, and your mom may not be with you to hold it for you. I don't really like this weather. Ground ball, back to the pitcher. Underhand toss to first, inning over. So a leadoff walk in the middle of the order does nothing with it. We are through 6, 1-0. Bridgeport leads Somerset. Top of the 7th coming up here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
The Summit Medical Group Dizzy Bat Race, and I've got Fred and Abby over here who are going to spin around and then have to race each other to the end of this banner from Summit Medical Group. So as we get that set up, guys, put your foreheads down on the bat. Foreheads down on the bat. And start spinning. And fans, we're going to get them extra dizzy, so can you make some noise? Spin faster. Faster, faster. Spin faster. We want to get you extra dizzy, fans. Yell at them to spin faster. All right, stop. Now someone find the finish line. Oh, Fred's already down early. Oh, and again. Abby. There you go, you win our Summit Medical Group gift bag. Here you go, Abby. And once again, Dizzy Bat Race is brought to you by Summit Medical Group, New Jersey's largest multi-specialty practice. Live well, stay well.
Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. One run, 3 hits, no errors for Bridgeport, no runs, 5 hits, no errors for Somerset. I'm Justin Answell, live from the Fullerton Auto Press Box. Pitcher's duel last night, pitcher's duel once again 24 hours later. The Fish nursing a 1-0 lead, top of the 7th, and in to pitch for the Somerset Patriots will be the birthday boy, Buddy Boshier. Today he turns 27 years old out of Huntsville, Alabama, so happy birthday, Buddy. 6'3", 205-pounder. Former big leaguer with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Buddy this season, no record, no ERA, 4 games, 3.1 innings pitched, 2 Ks, 2 walks. Opponents hitting .308 against the birthday boy. So Buddy Boshear's birthday.
Free cashback checking and smart checking headed out of the park. For details, visit providentnj.com. You can go there anytime, even on your birthday.
This bullpen has been stellar all season.
Seventh inning for the Bluefish, the second baseman, Luis Rodriguez.
And, you know, there's about 7 guys in this team that could be closers on any of the other 7 teams in the Atlantic League, but they want to be setup guys for Big John Hunton. Fastball up and away. Count 1-0 here to Rodriguez. The switch hitter's now turning around to bat from the right side. This is Boshear's inning because nobody else is warming up in the pen. You can tell the weather's getting colder. Everybody in the pen has their jacket on. Swing and a miss. Count 1-1. But Buddy's going with the short sleeves on the hill. Buddy went to the same high school as Padres closer Craig Kimbrell. They were high school teammates. So how about that back into the pen in high school? Buddy Boshear's the setup man for Craig Kimbrell. That's just not fair. Fastball upstairs. Count 2-1.
And Michelle Tan to customer service. Adam Michellis, Mike Mott, Fred Mott, Michelle Tan.
It'll be a 2-1 here to Buddy. Ground ball softly at the short. This is going to be a tough play for the kid. But can he make it? Yes, he can. Nice play by Scott Kelly to charge the ball in the infield grass. He's got good reads in the 6th hole. Here's Ildemaro Vargas. He's a fellow shortstop. He is 1 for 2. And think about this in this game. I mean, how much of a pitcher's duel is this? It's a 1-0 ball game here in the top of the 7th, 1 out, no one on. The 1 run was scored because of a drop third strike. Ildemaro Vargas in the 2nd inning struck out, but the pitch went to the backstop. So he reached base, and he eventually came around to score on a Burrows 2-out RBI single. Baltimore chopped in the third base line. Foul. Count 0-1. So Lucas Irvine is in line for the tough luck loss. Meanwhile, Parker Frazier, he's probably going to come back for the bottom of the 7th because there's nobody warming up in the Fish pen. Lefty pitcher, righty batter. The number 9 hitter, Ildemaro, at the plate. The 23-year-old against the birthday boy, 27 years old, Buddy Boshears. Breaking ball high, count 1-0. Buddy was in the big leagues with the Angels back in 2013. Made 25 appearances, all in the pen, 15.1 innings pitched, 4.70 ERA. Foul down the right field line, out of play. Oh no, it goes into fair territory, excuse me. I was kind of shielded by the lawn seating area, and ranging all the way to second on a ground rule double will be Vargas. That ball just hooked fair down the line and went into the Patriots bullpen, then bounced out of play. So it's a ground rule double for Vargas. Kind of a lucky seeing eye opposite field double by Vargas. He just willed that ball fair. Inches fair, and it's a ground rule double. So that is the first extra base hit for either team in this game. We had 8 hits and they were all singles, and now we've got ourselves a double. Runner on second, 1 out. Here comes Van Stratton, who's got 9 RBI, tied for 3rd most in the Atlantic League. Well, if you're Buddy, you need to limit the damage here. I mean, the way the offense has been going, you cannot afford the deficit to grow any larger. Knee high for a strike, count 0-1 here to Nick Van Stratton, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Ricky Van Asselberg's club looking to win for the 5th time in their last 6 games. The 0-1. Liner under the glove of Spears, who ranged to his left. Rounding third, heading for home is Vargas. The throw from Marrero is going to be short. It's an RBI single, and advancing to second on the throw home will be Van Stratton. That's his 10th RBI. He's tied for 1st in the league in that category. It's now 2-0 Bridgeport in the 7th. And that's a huge insurance run for the Fish. Just the 7th run the Patriots bullpen has given up in now 14 games of play. And that's how dominant the pen has been. So a lucky seeing eye double and now an RBI single by Van Stratton makes it a 2-0 ball game in the 7th. And here comes Sean Burrows, who has the other RBI hit. He fisted one up the gut with 2 outs back in the third that plated Vargas. So Vargas has scored the 2 runs in the game. And that ball skips away from James Skelton via wild pitch, and the runner goes to third. So now you got to bring the infield in if you're Jody. You got to cut off this run. Runner on third, 1 out, 2-0. Bluefish lead, and it hasn't been a great birthday thus far for Buddy Boshears. One is the count here to Burrows. Each team with 5 hits, but the Fish lead 2-0. Top 7, 1 out, runner on third, infield in, swing and a miss, count 1-2. 2 ex-big leaguers going at it, Burrows and Boshear. Runner on third, 1 out. Infield in, outfield straight away. Need to cut this run off. The 1-2. Grounded to Scott Kelly. He looks back the runner. Throw to first in time. Got him. And the runner stays put at third. That's why you bring the infield in right there. Great call by Jody. Good execution by Kelly. And now there's 2 outs with a runner on third. And here comes Simmons, who's had a no-contact evening. 2 Ks, sandwiched around a walk. So Somerset down 2-0. Remember, these close games, Somerset usually wins them. They're 6-1 this year in games decided by 2 runs or fewer. But they're behind the 8 ball here, and it's getting late on this Saturday evening in the 7th. Down 2-0 with another runner at third base and 2 outs. And Simmons at the dish. Fastball upstairs, count 1-0. Simmons hitting .234, no homers, 9 RBI out of Irving, Texas. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, count 1-1. Simmons strikes out so much. I mean, he could be the K-man in his own ballpark. He strikes out so much. But obviously he's got some talent. That's why he's hitting the middle of the order. He's really like a feast or famine type guy. He's like an Adam Dunn almost, without as much power. The 1-1. Just missed. Where'd that miss? Count 2-1. Runner on third, infield back. 2-0 Fish lead, top of the 7th. Boshear's trying to limit the damage. The 2-1. Grounded to the third baseline, foul. Boshear's attended Calhoun Community College, which is in Alabama, was a 4th round pick in 2008. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning, Somerset would send up Marrero, Spears, and Vidal as they try and get something going offensively. But first they have to get out of the top of the 7th relatively unscathed. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He's just a strikeout machine. 3 Ks and 4 at-bats for Simmons. 20 on the year. And this is only game number 15. Wow. 2-0 Fish lead. Bottom 7 coming up. Get up and stretch your extremities if you're watching or listening on your couch at home on SPN.TV or 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hi.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Strong can heal from miles away. Unite us for a common good. And turn a simple video into endless laughter. Strong can take you all the way to the summit.
So cool!
Think what Strong can do for you.
Can I play too? She asked.
AT&T's network has the nation's strongest 4G LTE signal.
Okay. True & Associates is a sponsor of the launch scene here at the ballpark. At True & Associates, you'll find more than a wide variety of competitive insurance products. You'll find people understand your needs. True & Associates is a team of licensed professionals who care about their clients. Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Midway through the 7th, the Patriots trail 2-0. It will be Marrero to get things going here against Parker Frazier. Parker's just at 80 pitches through 6 innings of 5-hit, no-run baseball. The Somerset Patriots have 1 run in 16 innings of play in this series. Low and away, count 1-0. 1 run in 16 innings. But they're still within striking distance, only down 2. Need a bloop and a blast here. Marrero is 2 for 2. Average began at 184. It's been increased to 216. Grounds at foul. Count 1-1 here to the 6'3", 229-pounder, who's one of 7 regulars in the lineup hitting below their weight. Chris upright stance from the right side. The 1-1. Upstairs, brushes him back, does the limbo to get out of the way. 2-1 count. Mike Lawrence doing a great job as our WCTC board op. Andy Slowacki and Andrea Lorenzo and Mark Schwartz doing a great job on our broadcast venue production of things for SPN.TV. I'm Justin Answell. Fastball away. Count 3-1 here as Daniel Sattler gets loose in the Somerset Patriots bullpen. That guy can throw 96 miles per hour. He's pretty talented. 3-1 count here to Marrero. Somerset looking to get the leadoff man aboard for just the 2nd time in 7 innings this evening. The 3-1. Fouled. Right in front of the press box. And the count balloons to 3-2 here. So a massive payoff pitch coming here for Parker Frazier. This guy had an ERA of 0.84 coming into this outing. It's only going to go down. Looper to left. A lot of hang time, though, for Simmons to catch it. And Marrero's retired. 1 out, bottom 7. 2-0 Bridgeport leads Somerset, and here comes Nate Spears. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Justin Answell, live from the Fullerton Auto Press Box here. Middle game of a 3-game set. Where is the offense? The Somerset Patriots offense. It needs to come alive. They're on the verge of tallying 3 runs or fewer for the 6th time in their last 7 games. This offense is just due to erupt. Could it be Nate Spears? Could he be the spark plug? Let's find out right now. 1 out. Breaking ball. In for a called strike, count 0-1. I mean, everybody seems to be kind of looking over their shoulder, waiting for somebody else to get the big hit, when sometimes you just need to look in the mirror. Spears is 1 for 2. Had an infield single and a strikeout. Former 5th-round draft pick out of high school by the Orioles. It'll be a 1-1 here, Spears. Cue shot fouled on the first baseline. 1-2 count to Nate the Great. Nate got off to a hot start, then has cooled down a bit. You know, he's still bothered by a wrist injury that he had surgery on in the offseason. He says it's not 100%, but he feels a lot better than he did last year. And last year he hit .299 affiliated ball. So if he did that playing 65%, he should be doing great playing 95%. And this ball is a sky-high pop in shallow center. Plenty of room for Van Straten to haul it in. And there's 2 away here. Parker Frazier, he's just doing a great job. Here's Vidal. Closing in on 90 pitches is Parker Frazier. 2 outs, no one on. Vidal at the plate. Patriots down 2-0. Win or lose, we'll have a post-game show. Hopefully we'll have a highlight to talk about. If not, we'll still have a post-game show. We'll recap this game in its entirety, look ahead to the series finale tomorrow, which, if it stands right now, will be the rubber match at 1:05. We'll talk about that pitching matchup and give out some well-deserved thank yous. It'll be an 0-1 here to Vidal. Swing and a miss, count 0-2. Vidal is just look out of whack today. I mean, the guy is swinging at balls on the other side of the batter's box. He's just not picking up the ball well today. It's just one of those days for David Vidal. He's just way over anxious, way too hyped up. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. You just knew it was coming. Through 7, 2-0. Bridgeport leads Somerset, top of the 8th. Next on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Check your mailbox. You could find money in it. Money Mailer could be in your mailbox right now. You will find great offers from local area businesses you know and trust, including the Somerset Patriots. You can also find all of these offers and many more at moneymailer.com or on our new convenient Money Mailer app for Android and iPhone users. So start saving money now and look for your Money Mailer envelope, which might be in your mailbox today.
Somerville Aluminum is a full-service home remodeling company.
Our new state-of-the-art showroom provides our team with the tools they need to help you realize your dream home. Under one roof, you can touch and feel decking materials, check out our working shower display, or walk through our fully functional kitchen.
Seeing is believing, and we welcome you to visit us at our new location at 20 County Line Road, Branchburg, New Jersey.
This month, get 10% off siding and roofing projects.
Congratulations! It looks like we have our winner. Jessica, here you go. Enjoy that $10 off. And thanks to Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, they're a proud sponsor of the Somerset.
At Supercuts, our expert stylists know how to get your cut just right. You'll leave feeling and looking sharp. Go to supercuts.com to browse our style gallery and check out our professional product selection. There's something for every hair type. Somerset Hills Memorial Park and Mausoleum is the choice for family heritage. Conveniently located just off 287 in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, Somerset Hills Memorial Park offers peace, respect, and dignity to those we serve. Through 7 innings of play, each team with 5 hits and no errors, but the Patriots trail 2-0. New pitcher in the game to start the top of the 8th inning will be Daniel Sattler. Hard throwing righty is Daniel Sattler. 6'3", 190-pounder from Burnsville, Minnesota. He has peaked at the AAA level. Numbers for Sattler this year, well, they are ultra impressive. 1-0 record, no ERA. This will be his 5th appearance, 4 innings pitched, no hits, 4 Ks, 3 walks. He's faced 15 batters, and none of them have gotten a hit off of him. This dude is good. He'll face Dotel, Alonso, and Rodriguez. I'm still waiting on those fresh strawberries from the Horizons food stand. I figured Miss Hoppendotter would forget about me. The 0-1 slider away, count 1-1. We let her plug her nonprofit organization, and the least she can do is help me out and feed me some fresh fruit up here. But it wasn't going to happen. It'll be a 1-1 here to Dotel. Breaking ball in for a called strike, count 1-2. The pitch, liner in the right field line, foul. And we'll do it again. It's hard to believe. It's 9:20 Eastern time. We're in the 8th inning, and it's only a 1-0 game. I mean, you would feel like a 1-0 game. It should be about like 8:30 right now. But this game is kind of dragged on a little bit. The 1-2. Looper to second, caught on the fly by Nate Spears. 1 out. Statler yet to allow a hit, and he's faced 16 batters. Here comes Alonso. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th inning, Somerset would send up Kelly, Tucker, and Skelton, 9, 1, and 2 in the order. Now they do have Andino available to pinch hit if need be. He's on the bench. And they have Hopkins available to pinch hit. He leads the team in home runs. So maybe they're saving Hopkins if the tying run gets to the plate, because they know the one swing of the bat, he could tie it up. Sattler began his college tenure at the University of Miami. Then he transferred to Purdue in West Lafayette, Indiana. It'll be an 0-1, fastball away, count 1-1 here. Sattler was a 46th round pick by the Rangers in 2006 out of Purdue. He's 31 years old. Fastball upstairs, count 2-1 here. This guy throws hard. I mean, 96 miles per hour. And he's not even the closer on the team. That shows you how good their bullpen is. The 2-1. Breaking ball. Oh, that was pretty. A sharp slider. 2-2 count, 1 out, no one on. 2-0 Fish lead in the 8th. If Bridgeport wins, both these teams would have identical 8-6 records. Pop up behind home plate. Skelton giving it a look, but it's going to go foul. Well, there's the concession plate if you're watching on ESPN.TV. That's the concession stand that I'm talking about. Healthy dose of food here at the ballpark. The food here at TD Bank Ballpark, it really is fantastic. It's so good, no one's in line. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. Andres Rodriguez is now the batter. He's 1 for 3.
Number 32, Andres Rodriguez.
Somerset trying to keep this deficit at 2-0 and give this offense some sort of hope. Slider away, count 1-0. I mean, Somerset's going to have to grind this one out. We talked to Randy Boone last night. He said, you know what? Early on, you know, in a league like this, you're going to have to grind games out because spring training was really short and the offense just isn't up to par. You know, because offense is one of those things where you're only going to get better by getting in the batter's box and seeing live pitching. Now, pitchers, you know, you can throw off a mound anywhere. So I feel like pitchers are ahead of hitters at this stage. In for a called strike 1 and 2. In the offseason, you can get your pitching work in, but it's tough to get your offseason work in if you're a hitter, particularly if you're in the Northeast area. And, you know, it's just not good weather to hit outside. Two count here, 2 outs. 2-0, Bridgeport leads, top of the 8th. Popped up behind home plate, and Skelton giving it a look, and did he make the catch? Yes, he did, against the railing. Good athleticism by Skelly. Bottom 8 coming up. Somerset down 2-0 on ESPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Your wrist bone's connected to your X-ray. Your X-ray's connected to your orthopedist. Your orthopedist is connected to the OR. The OR's connected to your blood work.
With RWJ Health Connect, your secure electronic medical records are connected to your hospitals, doctors, and to the Robert Wood Johnson Health System.
And RWJ's connected to you. Register online for RWJ Health Connect. Better access for better health.
Need to hire technical professionals? Spearhead Staffing is Somerset County's award-winning IT staffing and recruiting company. Visit them at spearheadstaffing.com. That's spearheadstaffing.com. For over 100 years, Carrier has offered a wide array of specialized services to care for individuals suffering from psychiatric and addictive disorders. Visit www.carrierclinic.org to learn more information. Carrying the bat right now will be Scott Kelly. He's looking to get this party started on this Saturday night. He's 0 for 2. The kid just turned 24 48 hours ago. Trying to extend his hitting streak to 5 games. Weather's getting colder, but the intensity is getting hotter. Intense one here. 2-0. Bridgeport leads. Bottom 8. Somerset down to their final 6 outs. Trying to clinch this series. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Count 0-1 here, the kid. Scott Kelly changed his number this year. He was number 1 last year because it was his first year of professional baseball. Now he's wearing number 2 because it's his second year of professional baseball. So next year he'll wear number 3. It'll be an 0-2 here. Low and in, count 1 and 2. So if you have a Scott Kelly number 1 jersey, that's a pretty valuable possession because he's never going to wear number 1 again. And if you want to start thinking about the future, you can order your Scott Kelly number 3 jersey for 2016. The 1-2. Low and in, count 2 and 2. But the shelf life of these jerseys, it's only 6 months. So you got to get them while they're hot. The 2-2 here to Kelly. Chop foul by number 2. And we'll do it again here. You'd love to get Kelly aboard because he can wreak havoc on the base pass. Number 2 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Scott Kelly, the neophyte, the 2-2. And that plunked him on the wrist. Way to get on base for the kid. He'll take it right now. And now the tying runs come to the plate. That's all you can ask for. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom 8, Somerset down 2-0 here. Now you're not going to sack bunt here. It's the 8th inning. You're down by 2. You can't be giving up outs in exchange to move a runner up 90 feet. So you're going to let Tucker swing away. Now what you could do instead of doing a sack bunt, I would do maybe a hit and run right now. Open up a vacated hole. Try and go first to third here if you're Kelly. He's on the move. It's a hit and run. Blooper down the right field line. Is this going to dunk? Goes foul. The reception is loud and clear in the Patriot dugout in the down the first base line. Jody and I sharing a brain. I love the hit and run call right there. It's almost like Jody's glancing up at the press box to get the signs, and then he relays them to the hitter. Runner on first, nobody out. I do it again here, Brett. Do it again. 2-0, Bridgeport leads. Bottom of the 8th. Runner on first. Nobody out. See it again. We see a hit and run. I think Parker Frazier may just throw over to check on Kelly here. Let's see what happens here. No, Kelly starts then stops. It's popped up in the infield, and Kelly has to go back to first. So he did not do the hit and run again. 1 out, 1 on. Patriots down their final 5 outs. They only have 5 hits. And here comes Skelton. The Patriots in this series, 17.1 innings of play and just 1 run scored. And the 1 run scored on a measly RBI sac fly. Here's Skelton. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Righty pitcher, lefty batter. James hitting .357 in limited playing time this season. Is the second string catcher. Breaking ball in for a strike. Count 0-1 here to Skelly. Skelly from West Covina, California, 29 years old. 11 seasons of pro ball for James Skelton, drafted out of high school. Kelly starts, then stops. Fastball up and away. Count 1-1 here to Skelton. We're 2.5 hours into this game, and the Patriots trail 2-0. Bottom 8, 1 out, runner on first. The 1-1, Kelly's on the move. It's a hit and run, foul behind home plate. So Jody put the hit and run on again. I like that decision. Parker Frazier in his 8th inning of work right now. Let's get a pitch count update here on Parker. 6'5", 175-pounder, looking to go 3-0 this season. Parker Frazier has thrown 99 pitches. Pitch number 100 coming up for Parker. Foul tipped at home plate. We'll do it again. There is a righty warming up in the fish pen. 1-2 count, 1 out. Kelly on first. James Skelton hit a career-high 8 home runs last year. Yet to tally a dinger this year. Dingers have been a rarity with Somerset. This is game number 14 of the season. They only have 4 home runs all season. Kelly starts and stops. Fastball away. Count 2-2. So Parker's past 100 pitches here. On deck is Aaron Eggleston, who's 0 for 8 in the series. You know Eggies do. But all ears and eyes on Skelton. He is the tying run. Kelly's not going. Fastball away, 3-2. All right, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. I think you're going to send Scott Kelly here because Skelton has a great eye at the plate. He's not going to expand the zone for a potential strike him out, throw him out, double play. I think you send Kelly here. Let's see if Brett agrees. 3-2 count here. Parker Frazier on the bump. Kelly at first. They throw over to check on Kelly. I guess Parker's thinking along the same lines. Hey, Kelly could be on the move here. The kid stole 20 bags last year. He's got good legs as a 24-year-old. It'll be a 3-2 here to Skelton, the 29-year-old, and Skelton calls time. Pivotal juncture in this one. 2-0 Fish lead, bottom 8, 1 out, runner on first. Skelton, the 2-hitter at the plate. The 3-2. Kelly is on the move. It's a breaking ball away, and he walked him. So the Patriots have 2 on without lifting the bat off their back shoulder. A hit by pitch and a walk. 1 out, and here comes Aaron Eggleston, who's 0 for 8 in the series. And he's due. Now you could think about a double steal here with Kelly and Skelton. They've got great wheels. They both stole 20 bags a year ago. And a double steal, 1, that takes you out of the double play, and 2, it gets both runners in scoring position, and a single would tie the game up. Righty pitcher, lefty batter. Runners do not go. It's a breaking ball that nips the inside corner. Count 0-1 here to Aaron. Aaron put up all-star numbers in 2013, hit .292. Last year, hit .252. This year, he's right smack in the middle at .270. The 0-1, runners do not go. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw to second for 1, return throw to first, got him. That's why I would have sent the runners there. You stay out of the double play. Aaron 0 for 9 in the series. We're through 8, 2-0. Bridgeport leads. Top of the 9th coming up here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
You like to showcase your group or organization in the heart of Central Jersey? Then the Somerset Patriots have the perfect opportunity for you. Groups of 30 or more can now reserve their spot to take the field at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater before a game this season. Have your school's band drum up a performance to remember on the field, or have your dance company pull out a showstopper to begin the night's entertainment. You can even bring your martial arts group out to pump up the crowd before the game. There are also plenty of opportunities for the singers to get involved. From performing a song of your choice to honoring America with the Star-Spangled Banner, singers can take center stage right before the game begins. All of these groups can enjoy special discounted tickets at our group rate, beginning at just $8.50. So visit SomersetPatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 today to find out how your organization can be seen by thousands in Central Jersey's hometown ballpark.
Thomas S. Baller Roofing, LLC is your local roofing experts proudly serving Somerset County. Call us today at 732-560-7500 or visit us online at thomasballarroofing.com. Shopping for a new car? Hit a home run with all the great deals available now at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots Baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Top of the ninth inning, 2-0. Bridgeport leads. Last chance for Bridgeport to tack on some insurance runs. It will be Babineau, Rodriguez, and Vargas, lower third of the order, due up, and the new pitcher is going to be Paul Smythe. He's going to be making his Somerset Patriot debut. 5'11", 210-pound righty from Richmond, Virginia. He is 28 years old. To the AAA level, the Oakland A's organization. So Paul Smythe just activated today as T.J. Chisholm was put on the inactive list after some subpar performances. So Smythe is in. Smythe was recruited to Somerset by Director of Player Personnel John Hunton. They became friends in the Oakland A's organization. They're locker mates this year, and Smythe began the year in spring training with the Oakland A's, was released out of spring and never found a team until now. Smythe went to the University of Kansas. That's where he played his baseball with the Jayhawks. You know, usually Kansas is known for its basketball prowess, not its baseball. In for a called strike, count 0-1. So it's up to Smythe, I should say, to limit the damage here and put up another 0. It'll be an 0-1. Choppered in the third baseline foul, count 0-2, but he's making his Atlantic League debut, Somerset Patriot debut. A lot's got to be going through his mind here. Capacity crowd, a Saturday evening, a closed game. The butterflies have to be there for Paul Smythe. He almost has to feel like he's at Fog Allen Fieldhouse for a Kansas basketball game. Fastball away, count 1-2. Babineau 0 for 3, still hitting .348 this year. Well, if we look ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning, it would be Neil, Donahue, Marrero, 4, 5, 6 in the order. Somerset would need a bloop and a blast. You know, I go back to that last half inning. I just don't know why you don't send Kelly and Skelton there. Get a double steal going. I know it's against the book to do something like that, but what do you have to lose? Your offense is barely hitting over 200 through the first 2 weeks of play. I mean, make something happen. It's not like you have molasses on the base pass. Those guys have wheels. You've been bouncing the double plays left and right. It's just food for thought. It'll be a 1-2 here to Babineau. Hit down the right field line, spinning foul, out of play. I mean, you got to like how everybody's still in the top step of the dugout into this game. Lucas Irvine is on the way left. He would be in line for the loss. 5 innings of 1-run baseball for Lucas. The other run was given up by reliever Buddy Boshears. This ball's fisting to shallow right field. Marrero on the run, fighting the lights, makes the catch. 1 out, no one on, top 9, 2-0 Fish lead. And here comes Luis Rodriguez, who's 0 for 3.
Number 6, Luis Rodriguez.
Bridgeport looking to force a rubber match tomorrow at 105. Fastball away, count 1-0. And Paul Smythe, that is the first roster move that Somerset's made since spring training. Adding Paul Smythe. They didn't touch the roster for 2 weeks. Everything was status quo. I guess Jody was giving some guys some time. Tim Gustafson is warming up in the Bridgeport bullpen. He also serves as the pitching coach for the team. So he'd be on for the close in the save. Now Gustafson blew the save 9 days ago against Somerset. Fastball up, count 2-1. Fastball up and away, count 3-1. And Chris Marrero is due up next inning, and it was Marrero who had the game-tying RBI single against Gustafson 9 days ago. So there's got to be hope for Somerset. But it's a 5-pitch walk with 1 out here to Rodriguez in the 9th inning with Bridgeport already up 2-0. Here's Vargas, who's 2 for 3. Vargas has scored both the runs, the 9-hitter. Smythe on the bump against the switch hitter batting from the left side. We'll have to turn 2 here. Knee high for a strike, count 0-1. So if Somerset's going to win this game, it would be their 2nd consecutive walk-off win. It would be their 5th win in their final at-bat through the first 14 games of the season. And this would be the greatest of them all. I mean, to be down 2-0 when you showed really no pulse the first 8 innings and the comeback in the 9th, that would be really, really gritty. But the good news is, if you do happen to lose this game, you got a day game tomorrow, so it's going to be a quick turnaround. You don't have a lot of time to dwell on it. That's what you want as a baseball player, especially after you lose. A quick turnaround. Turn the page. It'll be a 1-1. Runner on the move. It's a ground ball to second. Spears would have turned 2 if the runner was not in motion. Instead, he'll get the sure out at first. So the hit and run works to stay out of the double play. Advancing to second is Rodriguez. There's 2 outs in the 9th with Bridgeport up 2-0. And here comes Van Straten, who had an RBI single off Buddy Boshears in the 7th to make the score 2-0. And that's where we stand right now. So Parker Frazier was at 108 pitches. And he's going to be done. 8 innings of 5-hit, no-run baseball. Gustafson will come in for the 9th when we get there. What a game for Parker Frazier. First pitch from Smythe, fastball away, count 1-0. There you see Parker. What a job by him. Peaked to the AAA level. He's about to be 3-0 this year with an ERA below 0.50. In for a called strike, count 1-1. I mean, Parker Frazier this season has allowed 1 run in 18.2 innings pitched. Ground ball to the third baseline foul. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on second. Patriots trail 2-0. Saturday night baseball from the Jewel of the Atlantic League. The 4-game winning streak is in jeopardy for the Somerset Patriots here at home. Fish looking to win for the 5th time in their last 6 games overall. Fisher coming off a sweep against the Ducks, lost last night in 10 innings. The 1-2. Chopper foul at home plate. If this game did happen to go to extras, it would be the 3rd straight extra inning game for Bridgeport. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Smythe making his Somerset Patriot and Atlantic League debut on the hill. Facing Nick Van Straten, the spark plug to this #1 ranked offense in the Atlantic League for Bridgeport. The 1-2. Hit to deep center field. Tucker going back in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. Inning over. Bottom 9 coming up. Somerset needs 2 to tie, 3 to win. Can they get it done? Find out next here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
You like to showcase your group or organization in the heart of Central Jersey? Then the Somerset Patriots have the perfect opportunity.
Patriots! First pitch cranked to deep right center field. The 1-2, 2 outs, and runners on second and third. Hit to deep left field. Going back is Finnick. Warning track wall. Gone! Strike 3. Got him on the changeup. The 1-0. This ball is gone off the scoreboard. Patriots win. Somerset! Hang out with friends, reward employees, or entertain your clients with a great view of the action from the party deck. Groups of 30 or more can party on the party deck and enjoy an all-you-can-eat premium buffet. Call the Patriots Group Sales Department at 908-252-0700 to plan your party in the party deck today. Let's get this party started on this Saturday night. Not much to talk about, but hopefully things will change with the snap of a finger. 2-0 Patriots trail, bottom of the 9th inning. It'll be Neal, Donahue, and Marrero, 3 righties, 4, 5, 6 in the order, against the Bridgeport closer / pitching coach, Tim Gustafson, an all-star from a year ago. 6'3", 210-pound righty from Lilburn, Georgia, has peaked at the AAA level. Righty-righty matchup here. Fish in their teal jerseys, Patriots in their white jerseys. I'm Justin Antwell, live from the Fullerton Auto Press Box. Neal drops a bunt down, but it goes foul behind home plate, trying to catch the Bluefish by surprise. Well, all you can ask for is get the tying run of the plate, so you need a bloop and a blast right now if you're Somerset. Patriots looking for their 2nd straight walk-off win, their 5th win and their final at-bat this season, their 5th straight home win. It would be their 6th win in their last 8 games for Somerset. Neal hits this one to deep right center field. Going back is Dotel at the warning track, makes the catch. 2 pitches, 1 out here for Gustafson. And here comes Donahue. Donahue is 2 for 3. Somerset down to their final 2 outs, and they're down 2 runs. We'll have fireworks after the game, win or lose. A post-game show after the game, win or lose. No interview if the Patriots lose. And as of now, there's really no highlights that we have. There's nothing to talk about from an offensive standpoint. This Patriots offense is just in a massive malaise. So it's all about quality, not quantity. And if they can muster a couple runs here, all will be forgiven. It'll be an 0-1 here to Don. Infield straight away, outfield straight away as well. Righty pitcher, righty batter. Fastball away, count 1-1. Gustafson's numbers on the season, the pitcher. No record, 5 games, 1.80 ERA, 5 innings pitched. He's looking for a second save this season. Swing and a miss, count 1-2. You know, this is the 14th game for Bridgeport this season. They've only given up 1 home run, this pitching staff, all season. They keep the ball down. He's the pitching coach, Gustafson. 2. It'll be a 1-2. Breaking ball inside, 2-2. Meanwhile, the Somerset pitching staff, they've only given up 2 home runs this season through 14 innings of play. They're keeping the ball down as well. 2-2 count here to Donnie. 1 out, no one on. Tying run on deck in Marrero. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 3-2 count here to Donahue. Oh, you'd love to get Donnie aboard. Then Marrero would come up. And remember, 9 days ago, it was Marrero that had the game-tying RBI single against Gustafson that made Gustafson blow his only save of the season. The 3-2 popped up in the infield. Backpedaling is Ildemaro Vargas. He should be there to make the catch, and he will. With 2 feet on the outfield grass. And the Patriots are down their final out. Here's Marrero. The problem is Marrero does not represent the tying run. He has some pop, a homer already this year. In for a called strike, count 0-1. 94 miles per hour right there from Gustafson. If Somerset does not score a run in this half inning, they'd have only 1 run in 19 innings of play. Meanwhile, Bridgeport, they'd only have 2 runs in 19 innings of play. So the offense has been foreign in this series. But really got to tip your cap to all the pitchers. I mean, the relievers have been great. Starting pitchers, fantastic. Lucas Irvine would be in line for the loss. It would be his 2nd loss against Bridgeport this season in 3 starts overall. It'll be an 0-2. Foul tipped and the netting behind home plate will do it again. But Parker Frazier was the story. 8 innings of baseball for Parker Frazier. 108 pitches, 5 Ks, 2 walks, 5 hits. Most importantly, no runs. He's in line to go 3-0 with an ERA below 0.50. What a game for the long, lanky righty. 6'5", 175-pounder. The 0-2 here to Marrero. Chopper right near Parker Frazier, foul. And we'll do it again. Need to get Marrero on here. Then Spears could come up with a chance to tie it. It'll be an 0-2 with 2 outs here to Chris Marrero. Marrero has 2 of the 5 hits today. That's 40%. Hitting .212 in the season with a homer. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the ball game. The Somerset Patriots' 4-game home winning streak comes to a halt as they lose, and both teams are now 8-6 in the season with a key rubber match tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 p.m. So Frazier the win, he's 3-0. Irvine the loss, he's 1-2. That's the 2nd save of the season for Tim Gustafson. 2-0 the final score. Bridgeport beats Somerset. Post-game show coming up here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. That's tomorrow at the Ballpark. Something here for SPN real quick, Mike. Hey, fans watching on SPN.TV, I'm Justin Antwell saying so long. Thanks so much for watching. This broadcast here on SPN.TV. Want to thank our outstanding production crew just to my left, Andrew Lorenzo, Andy Slowecki, and Mark Schwartz doing a great job patrolling everything. We got fireworks coming up, but the Patriots fall 2-0. Check the schedule for the next SPN.TV broadcast. Bye-bye, everyone.